And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Monday live stream. You can see I'm trying a vertical and a horizontal version of this live stream, and I am realizing that the horizontal one looks incredibly poor with this overlay. So I will need to work on that, but I guess we'll just go clean look for this one. Anyway, experimenting with that. So you can watch this live stream theoretically on X, Instagram, and then YouTube. There should be a vertical version if you want to watch vertically on your phone, and a horizontal version. Either way, before we get into it, this is the Mobile Monday live stream, answering your questions about cell phone plans, figuring out how to get the best deal on a new phone, save you money, things like that. Before we dive into the show, we have to welcome you guys, the audience, tuning into the show. We've got Josh here. Hello, great to see you. Taylor's here. Taylor, I see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We'll get to that in just a moment. Scott is here. Scott, great to see you as well. Big Tank 77, a classic. Great to have you here in the chat. Amphion ELC, great to have you here. TGI Stetson, thank you so much. This is Diana. Great to have you here as well. Omarv, hello Stetson, hello. Womp 200K, great to see you here. We've got Justin here, hello. Brojock, awesome, made it on time. You're here. Monday Dog Day. Leo Lopez, great to see you here. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Sam Sumursate Suka, I feel like I said that incorrectly. Either way, welcome. Great to have you here. Kujas, thanks Stetson for your previous Trump mobile review. Thank you for checking that out. That was fun. Just to confirm, can you see both chat boxes in both live streams? Yeah, I think I theoretically can see all chats on the live stream. So I'm seeing all comments coming in and should be able to highlight all of them. And again, for those of you just tuning in, this live stream, I'm experimenting with a new format. There is a widescreen horizontal version of the stream. Perfect if you're watching on your computer, your TV, or you just like the wider version of the stream. Also experimenting with a vertical version, so you might see that on YouTube as well. Great if you want to just like watch vertically on your phone. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I've never done this before, so I don't know what it's going to look like, what it's going to do. I'm excited to test it out and see what it looks like afterwards. So there you go. Anyway, welcome so much. We do have a super chat starting this off, coming in from Taylor. Hi, Stetson. What is your opinion on T-Mobile's loyalty plans? Do you think customers leaving should consider them when leaving, and why? So let's go ahead and bring up the T-Mobile loyalty plans. There was an article on this. Let's see. Just trying to see. Okay. Loyalty plan. All right, I think this is probably the best source for it. Just figuring out what to pull up, show you guys. Share screen. Bam. So this is coming from an amazing source for T-Mobile news, the T-Mobile report. I'm actually not 100% sure. I think the username is like, JMan100. Shout out to him. I don't know his real name, but JMan100, you're amazing. Thank you so much for all of the work you do. I'm going to throw this in the chat if you guys want to check it out for whatever reason. I think it'll only show up on the YouTube version of the chat, both the mobile and the vertical one, the horizontal and vertical one. But basically, J-Man reporting on T-Mobile news with the T-Mobile report, and this is an inside look at the T-Mobile loyalty plan. So it turns out there are two loyalty plans for existing T-Mobile customers. They are Experience More with Appreciation Savings and something that is just called the loyalty plan. The real question is, how do these plans stack in with T-Mobile's lineup, right? So compared to Experience More, the Experience More with Appreciation Savings looks to save you $10 a month for a single line, $20 a month for two lines, $40 a month for 3 lines, and $20 a month for 4 lines. So some decent savings there, and you're just getting that regular Experience More plan. It looks like it is the same plan, 2-year upgrades with up to $830 off, unlimited priority data, 60 gigs of hotspot. You can get the 15 gigs in Canada and Mexico, 5 gigs while abroad, and you're getting Netflix included, and then $3 extra for Apple TV Plus, which in my opinion is well worth it. The shows on Apple TV Plus, which has now been rebranded to just Apple TV, have been incredible. I've been thoroughly enjoying them. So this is the new Experience More plan. Something worth considering is that the Experience More plan, even with the appreciation savings, my understanding is this is going to be tax exclusive. And what does that mean? It means taxes and fees are going to be extra. And this means if you're coming from a legacy Magenta Max, Go 5G or Go 5G Plus plan where taxes and fees were included, well, despite the potential savings with the appreciation savings, your bill may go up, and that is worth keeping in mind. Now, that said, the other factor is the device promotions. The new plans are eligible for up to $830 off. Some of the legacy plans, such as Magenta and Magenta Max, I believe they are only eligible for up to $300 off. We can verify this. Let's just do T-Mobile iPhone 17 Pro Max and pull this up on the screen. Customize your device. 11 promotions. You can see Experience Beyond getting the most trade-in credit, $1,100, $900 off with Experience Beyond with the savings, $830 off with a new line on most plans. This is T-Mobile Experience or Better Value plan. You can get $830 off. But if you go all the way down, you'll see get up to $300 off with trade-in on most plans. And this is going to include a lot of those legacy plans that are not listed here. So pretty much just the Experience plans are listed. Go 5G Next and Go 5G Plus are also listed here. And it looks like those plans will be eligible for up to $830 off. But if you're on a Magenta or Magenta Max plan, I think that's where you're capped at only getting the $300 of trade-in credit. So upgrading to a new plan could make you eligible for more trade-in credit, which could be nice. But if your cost per line goes up by a lot, you're not really saving any money. So that is worth keeping in mind. The other loyalty plan is simply called Loyalty Plan. It looks like this one is not including a 5-year price guarantee, which I don't really think matters. It is giving you up to $830 off, device promotions, no free line offers, 2-year upgrades, 50 gigs of premium data. And then, so this really looks like an unlimited essentials plan or a T-Mobile essentials plan, effectively, if I'm reading this right, especially with the hotspot. Unlimited 3G hotspot, that is a non-starter for me. That is awful. Yeah, no. So I think, Taylor, to answer your question, if you're an existing T-Mobile customer and you're thinking of leaving, I think you need to ask yourself 2 things. Number 1, why are you leaving? Are you leaving because of coverage or service or your experience with T-Mobile? Well, then I think you should probably just leave, right? You're probably going to get a better experience, potentially better device promotions, potentially a better deal with another provider. If you're thinking of leaving just because of price, well, then the loyalty plans may be worth considering. I would specifically only consider the Experience More plan with the appreciation savings if you are eligible. Experience More is a great plan. The 2-year device upgrades are a really good value, loaded with perks. I personally would get a lot of value with Netflix and Apple TV Plus, and I hope that you would enjoy those benefits as well. The regular loyalty plan, this one is simply not worth it in my opinion. It's going to be, it says 50 gigs of premium data, but if I'm reading this correctly, and it is like the essentials plan, that's actually going to be deprioritized. And so what you're going to want to do is, instead of going with the loyalty plan, consider going with Metro by T-Mobile or Mint Mobile or US Mobile or another prepaid carrier that uses T-Mobile for coverage, you'll likely be able to get a better rate, especially because those carriers will include taxes and fees. Well, Metro and US Mobile will include taxes and fees. Mint taxes and fees are extra. So Taylor, thank you so much for the super chat, and I hope that is helpful. Next, we have another super chat coming in. Ryan, I have a question about Total Wireless. We did the BYOD deal. For those of you who may not know, Total Wireless's BYOD promotion is where you get 50% off any of their plans when you bring your own device. My dad needs a new phone. Can we purchase one locked to Total on eBay to keep the deal, or does it have to be unlocked to keep the deal? That is a fantastic question. Ryan, look, candidly, I don't know the answer to that. I haven't tried it, and I'm unfamiliar with how that might work. If I were in your shoes, like, just thinking about this from a logical perspective, if you have a device, right? We'll use one of my props. If you have a device and it is locked to Total Wireless, it will work on Total Wireless pretty much no matter what. It sounds like the risk is if activating the device on the line somehow negates the BYOD promotion. I don't think it would. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. In my mind, right? Here's what I'm thinking. I could go out and I could buy a refurbished phone or gently used phone from someone that is locked to Total Wireless. I would then own that device. And then I think I could just bring it to Total Wireless and activate it and be eligible for that promotion. Now, if there is some check before that promotion is applied that checks the IMEI and invalidates it, that could be a possibility, but candidly, I do not know. I would like to say yes, but I'm not sure. Curious what the chat thinks, if that is, that's optional. All right, just looking at the chat now. Yeah, I don't know. Ryan, I hope that is somewhat helpful. I think theoretically, yes. All right. Brojock is saying pretty much promo will work as long as you bring a device. So it sounds like, Ryan, you will own the device. And even if it is locked to Total Wireless, you should be able to just keep your promotion. So I hope that is helpful. Interesting. Total Wireless phones also work with Visible. Oof. Wait, we gotta go through and answer some other questions. Someone was asking about your thoughts on T-Mobile 5G home internet. Is it any good word on it? It's getting the job done. I haven't been using it recently. It's just been like sitting in the corner with all my accumulating 5G home internet devices that I'm not using. I feel like I should like show them on stream or something, but it's fine, right? When you're considering home internet options, you're looking at price, you're looking at data speeds, installation and costs and things like that. In terms of a reliable experience, I would encourage you to consider a fiber connection first, a coax or copper cable second. After that, you're going to want to consider, realistically at that point, I would consider fixed wireless or Starlink. I would probably lean a little bit more towards fixed wireless over Starlink at this moment. And then any other options that are available. But yeah, it can definitely get the job done. I'd say if you're doing a lot of live streaming or video calls, you may notice some of the fluctuations in network performance more prominently, but otherwise, yeah, totally fine. Interesting. So this is back to Ryan, your question. G. Pirani is saying, if the old phone has a physical SIM, you're able to move the physical SIM from the old phone into the new phone, then you won't be charged. But if you need to contact customer service to do an eSIM swap, then you might be charged. I will say when I did try Total Wireless, I was able to swap my eSIM myself without needing customer service. The only limitation I ran into is they only allow like 5 eSIM swaps before you then have to contact customer service. And I went through that almost immediately. So anyway. All right, we have Phil G here. saying, hi, I'm a former Helium $5 refugee looking for a new home. What do you recommend? Need about 30 gigs of data monthly to keep my data lifestyle. T-Mobile or AT&T work great in SFL, price sensitive, not big on calls or texts. So it sounds like the primary concern here is getting about 30 gigs of data per month at a really good price. Well, I think we can find that for you, Phil. Man, even just before I even click on plans, what's flashing through my mind is the Mint promotion. So I think, let's see, we'll find out if we can beat this, and also it depends if you want to pay upfront. Plans, shop plans. Mint is, of course, running their promotion right now. Last chance to get 50% off their unlimited plan. This might be the best or one of the best value options right now. It's going to be $180 up front, plus some extra taxes and fees. But you're essentially getting for $15 a month, truly unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network. That's going to be a really compelling offer, and I think a really tough price point to beat. Let's see if we can do anything better. So coverage, I'm just saying T-Mobile because that's the same network that you have now, and we'll go with the 30 gig allotment. Smartless Mobile is showing up here. They have a plan, $30 for 30 gigs. Mint's plan is going to be half that for that first year. Google Fi Unlimited Essentials. The taxes and fees on Google Fi are really high, though. Yeah, so Smartless will be a little bit less. Google Fi, like 37 to 39, a couple bucks more. Then we have some good to go mobile stuff. Wow, is that it? Let's do truly unlimited, see what we got. Oh yeah, another really good option. This, I still think Mint is strong, but Metro's $25 plan is another fantastic option. Unlimited, truly unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized. The big thing here is no hotspot. So Phil, if you're a hotspot user, don't get this. If you don't need hotspot, you're going to be all set. US Mobile, another good option. Their unlimited starter plan is $23 a month. This is the annual version. Comes with 70 gigs of high speed, 10 gigs of hotspot up to 4K video, and I think could be a really good option as well. Tello, we should give Tello a shout out. $25, 50 gigs of high speed data before data slows down. I don't know what it slows down to, but it actually slows down. Deprioritized, 10 gigs of hotspot, 480p video streaming. Those are probably my three, and then here's Mint's plan. And to quickly cover Mint, if you didn't know what it included, again, unlimited high-speed data, deprioritized, 20 gigs of hotspot, which is really nice to see, and then 480p video streaming. Yeah, I think for $15 a month, I mean, honestly, Helium Mobile Infinity, also not a bad option. That is definitely, Phil, this is definitely the easiest option. I get that you're probably upset with Helium and want to switch, so totally get that, but switching or upgrading your current plan would definitely be the easiest. But yeah, Mint's going to be the cheapest, $15 a month for your first year. Let's quickly check US Mobile, see if they have any promotions that are eligible for their Lightspeed network. So it looks like all... Phil, you're in luck. All networks are eligible. You can get US Mobile's unlimited starter plan, $15 a month flat, taxes and fees included, $100 off with code 100OFF. This is only for new line port-ins only. All networks are eligible. And again, what are you getting with US Mobile Unlimited Starter? That was up here. It's Unlimited Starter Lightspeed, so same T-Mobile coverage. 70 gigs of high speed before unlimited at 1 megabit per second, 10 gigs of hotspot, and that 4K video streaming. And if for whatever reason you did want to pay monthly, it's just going to be $25 a month for those same features. And then, yeah, the unlimited starter plan is also available on AT&T. If you wanted to do the AT&T network, that would probably be your best bet. So I would say if you're open to annual, Mint or US Mobile, get those promotions, fantastic. If you did want something month to month, maybe you do Metro's $25 or $20 BYOD. If you do the, I think this is a 6-month or 3-month, hang on. Metro by T-Mobile. So if we do bring your phone, yeah, $25 a month. This is flat, taxes and fees included, $30 for your first month. That's the normal one. If you do 6 months of service, then you can get it for that $20 a month price. So I hope that is helpful. Ryan, you're most welcome. Tailbearers, I read that wrong. Tailbearers 3801. Do you know if the Xiaomi 17 Pro will work in the USA with Darkstar Lightspeed on US Mobile? I really want the phone. Without doing any research, I do think Lightspeed, aka the T-Mobile network, is most welcoming to phones from other countries. So I would say high probability it will work, but it may lack certain bands that could be important. So definitely worth doing a little bit of extra research on that. And I apologize for not knowing that right off the top of my head. Question from Marco. Do all prepaid plans on T-Mobile Unlimited with lower deprioritization compare with MVNOs using the T-Mobile network? Yeah, so this is actually a really interesting point that is worth bringing up. And it's that T-Mobile prioritizes plans differently on their network, and they're kind of weird about it. So if we go ahead and let's just do, forget coverage, let's just do carrier, all right? And I want T-Mobile and T-Mobile prepaid. So if we look at T-Mobile, where is it at the top? T-Mobile, perfect. You can see there, and let's actually get rid of the discounts. Boom, boom, boom. We just want regular price, perfect. You can see that T-Mobile Essentials Saver and T-Mobile Essentials are both deprioritized. They get 50 gigabytes of QCI 7 data, that's deprioritized data, before unlimited data at QCI 9. Then you get to Experience More and the Legacy Go 5G Plus plan, I should probably remove that, and Experience Beyond. And those are the plans that get priority data. Unlimited QCI 6 priority data. When you take a look at T-Mobile prepaid, it's actually kind of surprising. The prepaid unlimited plan and the prepaid unlimited plus plan both come with 50 gigabytes of priority data. This is QCI 6 priority data, the exact same network priority as Go 5G Plus, Experience More, and Experience Beyond. The difference is that after 50 gigs, you are then deprioritized down to QCI 9. So that is how T-Mobile handles their own plans. How do MVNOs do it? Well, let's take an example of Mint. Mint, this is a T-Mobile MVNO, and this will be the same for all T-Mobile MVNOs, Metro included. These are deprioritized by default, QCI 7, but you get a certain allotment. So Mint is, I believe now, 50 gigs of QCI 7 data, deprioritized data, before knocking you down even further to extra deprioritized QCI 9, okay? Pretty much the same, exactly the same really as T-Mobile Essentials. Metro by T-Mobile, I think, updated their policy, and so some of the Metro plans will come with 70 gigs of QCI 7 data before knocking you down to QCI 9. And sometimes that, yeah, here we go. So you can see if you use a lot of data, more than 35 gigs a month on the, God, it's actually plan specific. So here we go. The $40 plan comes with 35 gigs of deprioritized QCI 7 data. The $50 plan comes with 50 gigs of deprioritized QCI 7 data. And then the $60 plan comes with 70 gigs of QCI 7 deprioritized data. And then once you exceed those allotments, 35 gigs, 50 gigs, or 70 gigs, you are then further knocked down to QCI 9 extra deprioritized. So it is a little bit different. What's unique is our friends over at US Mobile. So carrier, let's go ahead and find US Mobile, coverage, T-Mobile. US Mobile's unlimited premium plan, as I understand it, comes with unlimited QCI 7 data, okay? They're not knocking you down to QCI 9. So that's a really unique feature of US Mobile. I don't know if it's intentional or not, or how they managed to pull that off, but unlimited QCI 7, which is a little bit better than what the other prepaid plans are offering. So I hope that's helpful. All right, F5 Nova. Hey, Stetson, I am in the Verizon 5G Get More plan. Shout out to an OG plan. And I think it's time for me to move away from Verizon. We are looking for Visible Plus, but we are also open to upgrading our phones since we are on iPhone 12s. Yeah, the iPhone 12, great phone, and starting to show its age. I have been speed testing. I, of course, don't have them here, but iPhone 12 versus 13 versus 14 versus 15 versus 16 and now 17. And the 12 does have the worst performance when it comes to cellular data speeds and reception. The cellular modem inside that iPhone 12 just isn't as good as what Apple is putting in to their newer devices, even the C1 modem and the C1X modem. So I think upgrading would be awesome. But first and foremost, it's just saving you a whole bunch of money. So I think if you get good Verizon coverage, switching to Visible Plus is going to be a fantastic option, right? So what do you get with Visible Plus? Basically everything you need and nothing you don't at a fantastic price. So we'll uncheck this. We'll just find, actually we can just search Visible. Bam. What are we missing? There we go, T-Mobile coverage. So Visible Plus, currently on sale, by the way, $30 a month for 5 years with code 5OFF. Visible Plus, $35 a month normally. You're getting unlimited high-speed data, and this is unlimited priority data. So F5 Nova, that is going to be the exact same network priority and experience that you were getting on Verizon's 5G Get More plan. You're also upgrading your hotspot data. I think 5G Get More had what? Was it? It was play more, do more, and get more. So I think Get More was probably 30 gigs of hotspot. It was either 15 gigs or 30 gigs of hotspot. With Visible, the hotspot will be truly unlimited at 10 megabits per second. In my opinion, that is plenty fast for doing work. I've used that many times to do work while out and about, and it's been perfect. You're going to get 1080p video streaming. A couple caveats here. You're getting 720p video streaming on Verizon LTE and Verizon 5G nationwide. You're only getting 1080p streaming when you're connected to Verizon 5G ultra wideband. Still, that is super fast and will easily let you do like 4K quality on YouTube and things like that. If you had a smartwatch, that's going to be supported as an add-on. Although if you do need a smartwatch, just upgrade to Visible Plus Pro, you'll get more features. And then you're getting some nice international features as well if you need them. So I think that is a fantastic option. 2 lines, you're looking at $70. Actually, with the promotion, $60 a month flat from Visible. And if you did want new phones, a couple different options. You could check out channel sponsor Back Market, right? They have gently used devices. One upgrade I think you might like is the iPhone 15 Pro. This is going to upgrade you to USB Type-C, give you the triple camera setup with the ultra wide, the telephoto, and the regular wide. You're getting the dynamic island, edge-to-edge display, super nice. It is the oldest iPhone that is eligible for Apple Intelligence whenever that ships. If we want to start posting bets on that in the chat, I guess this was announced, 2 years ago now, and Apple Intelligence still isn't here. But when it does show up, iPhone 15 Pro will work with it, so you won't need to upgrade. And on F5 Nova, it just sounds like if you have an iPhone 12 in 2026, you're really good at getting great lifetime value out of your phones, so this could be something to consider. And then with Back Market, everything's certified refurbished. You get free 30-day returns, and this comes with a 1-year warranty. Reason I'm suggesting it is starts at $432, which is going to be very affordable. And you could actually trade in your iPhone 12s as well for some extra savings. And it's nice that Back Market takes care of it, so you don't have to deal with like selling it on Swappa or something like that. So you get an excellent condition for $488, maybe $256 because you want it to last a little bit longer. Black titanium, I actually like the blue titanium the best, but black is a little bit cheaper. And if you wanted to do a trade-in, let's go ahead and say iPhone 12. Bam. I'm going to guess 64 gigs. It'll be unlocked. I'm going to say it is good condition. And sides and backs are probably in good condition as well. We'll say yes. And $114 off. So anyway, that's something to consider from channel sponsor Back Market. Another great option is simply to trade in with Apple and buy the device unlocked. Or if you are going with Visible, you can consider financing the phone from Visible directly. Let's go ahead, shop all phones. I think the best value phone is going to be, for an iPhone user, likely that iPhone 17, 120 hertz. I mean, my hot take is I almost think the iPhone 15 Pro is better than the 17 because it has pretty much all the same features. You're missing out on camera control, but still great cameras. You still have the action button, still 120 hertz display, and you are getting that telephoto camera, which I really like. Either way, you could grab an iPhone 17, let's say maybe the blue color. Blue color looks really nice. You finance this with a firm, and that'll be $23.03 per month. Okay, you combine the cost of the phone with the cost of your plan, and you're likely going to be saving a decent amount of money compared to Verizon directly. 2 phones, that's going to be $46 plus $60, so $106 a month for 2 brand new iPhone 17s and that Visible Plus plan. Same coverage you're used to, same network experience you're used to. I think you're going to be in good hands. So F5 Nova, I hope that is helpful. And yeah, I would encourage you to do it. I'm trying to help people save money here. And I think going off contract is the way to do it. So I hope that's helpful, and thank you for your question. KW saying my birthday is nearly here. I'll be 26 on the 20th. Well, KWJ, excuse me, wishing you an early happy birthday. Hope you have something fun planned, doing something exciting. Yeah, 26, that's awesome. You're still in your mid-20s. You got to savor the moment. I'm 28 now, so I'm in my late 20s. I'm old. Sir Coyote is asking, do you have any recommendations for a one-line small business account? Yeah, I mean, realistically, you have one line. Doesn't matter if you're a business or an individual. You just want something affordable, gets the job done. I would say it depends how you're using this line and where it's going to be placed. Like if this is a device that multiple people are using, it's staying at the business, it's going to be on Wi-Fi all the time. Like, why not get just like one of the most affordable plans possible, right? I'm in your shoes. I'm thinking, curious what other people think, but let's reset this. If I'm in your shoes, I'm probably just going to go for like the most affordable option. Yeah, like a US Mobile 2 gig, $10 plan. That'll be perfect. Unlimited minutes and texts. If you're using this at the office, it's perfect. You can throw it on the office phone or whatever for iMessage. I think that's going to be great. If you're looking for something that's truly unlimited that you're going to be using out and about, well, then it's going to be the usual recommendations. I think I actually highlight these on my homepage. Yeah. Visible. I'd say Visible Plus if you're a single line. That's going to be fantastic if you want Verizon coverage. If you want AT&T coverage, that's where you're going to want to look at US Mobile Unlimited Starter, which is currently on sale for $15 if you get the annual version, which is nuts. And trying to think what else. Yeah, Total Wireless and Visible, other great options on the Verizon network as well. So yeah, you really can't go wrong. What are we missing? T-Mobile. If you want T-Mobile coverage, I would say Mint, do that annual deal. Or hang on, I think Tello, I meant to give them a shout out earlier, but I think they're 3 months of unlimited for $30. Really good option if you want something on T-Mobile that's month to month, doesn't require that much of a commitment. Looks like we had a super chat come in. G. Piarni, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I appreciate you. In your review, are there enough brands selling phones in the US, or should there be more competition? Did you hear about Asus discontinuing its phones? Oh my gosh. I think I vaguely recall Asus discontinuing. I'm trying to remember. I was listening to the Waveform podcast. Shout out to Marquez, Andrew, and the team over there. They were talking about Asus discontinuing their Zenfone series, but I didn't realize they were discontinuing all their phones. Do I think the US should there be more competition? I mean, probably. I think competition naturally empowers consumers. You have more options to pick a phone that better suits your needs, your features, and what you're looking for. At the same time, we live in a capitalistic society where people are really going to just choose what phones they want, and those companies will kind of rise to the top. And here in the United States, I mean, the key players, we have them right here. We'll take them out of the cases so they shine a little bit more on camera here, get them ready for their big debut. But I think there's a reason why there are 3 big players. We've got Samsung crushing it. Actually, new Samsung phones are coming out I think, February 25th, if I recall correctly. Samsung's been crushing it. We have Google, of course, potentially a little bit behind on the hardware side of things, but the software experience has been very smooth. They had a lot of features and capabilities, so that's been super nice to see. And then we have Apple. And Apple's, of course, been crushing it. iMessage, FaceTime, a lot of really cool features there that people love. I think it's only natural that, you know, the most popular devices are the most popular for a reason. So I would always love to see more competition. And I also think that it's a crowded space. People like what they are familiar with. They're likely familiar with a Samsung phone, a Google Pixel phone, or an iPhone. And so they like just kind of getting that experience. But nope. Hey, Google, stop. I'm going to have to unplug that thing one of these days. One of these days. So yeah, it's sad to see Asus discontinuing. I think Motorola does make some great phones as well. But yeah, and sometimes you're like, what are these companies doing? You know, like LG had the LG Wing. They were just like throwing things at the wall. Didn't really feel like they were carving out, you know, maybe their brand identity so much. And then like listening to consumers. Like it seems to me that sometimes phone manufacturers don't necessarily listen to consumers. They just try and hop on the next trend. And as a consumer, you're like, why? Like I wanted this thing and you shipped that other thing. But I think it's always good. And if the opportunity arises and someone thinks they can break into the market, they will. They'll try and make a new type of phone. I mean, we have Michael Fisher and his Clicks company releasing, it's like the Clicks, hang on, Clicks Communicator. Have you guys seen this? This is an all new phone. It is basically to triage messages. Okay. They are using a launcher, an Android launcher with an interesting interface that effectively highlights your messages. That's pretty much it. Gives you a alphabetized list of all your apps and has a full physical QWERTY keyboard to try and make it as easy and as fast as possible to respond to and triage your notifications. So this looks really cool. And this is like G. Pirani talking about what you were saying. This is a new phone device entering back into the market, bringing back classic features that people loved. A LED notification light that can signal if it's your mom calling, if you have a Telegram notification, if it's your boss sending you a message, or you have a WhatsApp notification, however you choose to customize it. This looks awesome. Is it going to have the best camera in the world? No, probably not. It has a physical mute ringer switch. That looks great. I think it's been designed to give you some options as well in terms of how it impacts the phone and notifications. But yeah, it's small, it's compact, it's portable. This seems like a really cool phone. And it's got a nano SIM card and an eSIM. And, hang on, I thought that was the micro SD card. Here we go. Micro SD card expansion with up to 2 terabytes of storage. Okay, you can store a lot of messages on this thing. So yeah, I think as the market evolves, new phones will come up. Maybe they'll work, maybe they won't, but it'll be exciting either way. So thank you so much for your super chat. All right, what do we have going on in the chat? Yeah, it is basically a BlackBerry. Hello, Moto. It's a well-refined BlackBerry. I think Michael might have said they had someone from the original BlackBerry team like helping them out or something. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, no, it looks really nice. This looks like a premium BlackBerry experience, right? Like just the way the display is, everything like that. Big Game James saying, I just switched my service from T-Mobile to Metro by T-Mobile. 3 phones, an Apple Watch, and an iPad Pro. I was paying $152 with T-Mobile. Now I am paying $115 with Metro by T-Mobile. Wow. What is that? $35 a month in savings. I love saving money. That is awesome to see. That is awesome to see. Let me see if I can screenshot that. Always love seeing people saving money. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That average MT beer, what is your workflow like for making a video? Well, If you haven't noticed, I haven't really made any videos this year, but in general, my workflow is there's a lot of upfront research that has to go into the video, right? Evaluating plans, making spreadsheets that break down the cost per year, go through the numbers, identify the key elements of the video that I want to talk about and present about, and the points I want to make. Once I've done the research, then it kind of comes down to scripting and making a keynote presentation to articulate the points in the video. And so those two can sometimes happen hand in hand. Sometimes I'll write the script first, and then as I'm reading the script, I'll be like, okay, this is what the visual should be, and then I'll just make that in Keynote. Sometimes I will start with the Keynote presentation, and then based on the presentation, I will know what I want to talk about in the order that I want to talk about it, and then I'll form the script based off of that. If a video is somehow unscripted, maybe I'm talking about a deal or promotion that requires faster turnaround or doesn't really require as much upfront scripting or planning, then I'll often make a keynote, know roughly what I want to say for each slide, and then kind of go from there and film the video and produce it. Next is filming it here in the YouTube studio. I have my camera here. If the video has a script, then I'll read it. I have a teleprompter, so that's super easy. Quote unquote super easy. It still takes me like an hour to make like a 5-minute, or I guess they're closer to 15 minutes now, but it takes me a long time to film and record. And then it's editing, listening to myself talk and cutting everything together, getting the keynote slides, figuring out where I made mistakes in the keynote presentation, fixing those, adding those in, and pulling it all together. So it's a lot. I'd say like, the quickest videos I make are probably those quick deal videos. Maybe that's 4 to 6 hours of work. Because after you make the video, you have to make the thumbnail, write the description, make sure all the resources are there. You have links to the spreadsheet if you're including that, links to the plans you talk about, all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of work. So yeah, I'd say 6 hours is probably the fastest, and then average maybe 20 to 40 hours depending on the type of video and the things that go into it. That's kind of an overview of the process. Raymond, hi Stetson, do you know if there's a discount when subscribed to T-Mobile Home Internet and your mobile for 3 months? Does the bill lower down? Do you know anything of that? Raymond, there is a discount, and I know this because I'm a T-Mobile customer with my T-Mobile Home Internet that is currently sitting right over there on the floor. But if we go ahead and do 5G home internet plans on the T-Mobile website, I think they're pretty upfront with the discount. So actually, maybe not. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Boom, here's the pricing. So it doesn't require having service for any duration of time. You can sign up, I believe, for both services at the same time. But if you get the Rely plan, I think this is what I have, then instead of $50, it's $35 a month with a voice line. Amplified goes from $60 to $45 a month with a voice line, and all in goes from $70 to $55 a month with a voice line. And from what I can tell, they actually have upgraded. I was going to say they're all the same, but it looks like the gateway has increased from a quote-unquote high-performance gateway to what is now a high-performance Wi-Fi 7 gateway. And so that could be worth it. The other thing to keep in mind, right? Okay, yeah, this totally makes sense. So I have, I should see if I can upgrade. I have what is now, I guess, a legacy Wi-Fi 6 gateway, and I'm paying $35 for that because I have a T-Mobile voice line. And then the upgraded plans have the Wi-Fi 7 gateway, which appears to be new. I think it is worth keeping in mind. I wish I could show an example of this, but you can effectively plug the T-Mobile home internet device in and then run a cable to your own home internet router that you want to use. So I have, I have an Express 7 gateway. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. So I have a Unify Express 7. This is what I use for my gateway. I absolutely love it. I'm getting great speeds and performance, surprisingly good coverage. It's small, and I absolutely love the online dashboard for seeing how much data I use per month. Anyway, this is $200. What you can do is on the back, you can see there's 2 Ethernet ports. One is 10 gig. This is a WAN port. And this goes, basically, you would plug this into the T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, okay? Then you have another 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port that is available for any of your LAN connectivity things or devices that you need to plug into there. And so you can do this with any router, and it effectively turns, like, what the 5G home internet router is doing is taking the cell service and turning it into a Wi-Fi access point. And what the Unify Express 7 is doing is taking that basically 5G backhaul and turning that into its own Wi-Fi access point that, from my experience, can have way better speeds and performance. I can actually kind of show you an example. One sec. So this, here, I'll full screen myself. So this is the Merge Wi-Fi Max. Okay, that's what they're calling this. This is their home internet device. It's got a bunch of really nice hardware features. You can see all the Ethernet ports there, and it's got a bunch of antennas. Okay, it turns out 6 of these antennas are for 4G and 5G connectivity. 2 of them are for creating the Wi-Fi bubble. And from my experience, if you're literally in the same room, Wi-Fi performance is fine. But for a 5G home internet device like this, because it only has 2 Wi-Fi antennas, if I leave, my speeds tank. Okay, I would get horrible speeds and performance in the entire rest of my house. So what I did is I plugged in my Express 7 to the Merge Wi-Fi Max, and instead of connecting to the Merge Wi-Fi Max for Wi-Fi, I connected to my Express 7. And all of a sudden, my Wi-Fi speeds were fantastic. My performance was significantly better because this is a better Wi-Fi router in that regard. So I hope that is helpful. And you can potentially get away with an older device and still get great speeds and performance on that. Max is asking, did Merge ever release that 5G mobile hotspot? Let's find out. Boom, mergewifi.com. Internet that moves. See plans and pricing. Merge Wi-Fi Mini. Yeah, I'm still seeing 4G speeds. So I think, again, from what I've heard, still in the works. Hopefully end of Q1 or something like that, but we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, this is the Merge Wi-Fi Max that they sent over for me to check out. So I'll be testing that out as well. Yar, Unify. Yeah, Unify is incredible. Merge Wi-Fi Max looks like the crown of Sauron. Yeah, well, some people wear 5G home internet devices as crowns. What can I say? He was ahead of his time. Tell everybody to join the Coverage Map Discord server. All right, Tesseract, thank you so much for your generosity and support. If you insist, I will let everyone know. So if you're curious, I also co-founded this company, coveragemap.com, with my buddy Trevor. And Trevor's been crushing it. We've been crushing it, helping people figure out what network has the best coverage and performance in their area. I live in Boulder County. Boulder County. And you can see instant breakdown of coverage percentages on the different networks. Excuse me. You can see the crowdsourced median download speeds. This is speeds from real people doing real tests, and we're aggregating that information and highlighting the results. In Boulder County, that means it's mostly me driving around and collecting these data points. But yeah, it's super cool. And we also have a Discord. So if you go to coveragemap.com, I think it's just in our footer. Yeah, way down here. You see that? There's a join the Discord logo. And can I copy this link? Copy link address. Perfect. I'll throw this in the chat on YouTube right now. If you're interested, come hang out. We love talking cellular, and we're building crowdsourced maps of the cellular networks, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, if I launch the map, I was actually on a road. This is a total side tangent. Ooh, this is the premium map. All right, you guys, some of you, if you're paying for Pro, you get access to that. That's super cool. This is the crowdsourced one. Every square is a speed test that someone ran. So it looks like someone was driving here, mapping T-Mobile coverage, and you can see the performance. Something that I recently did that I'm actually curious to check out. So we're in Omaha now. Let's go back to Colorado. Bam. I was up in, yeah, this is immensely satisfying to me. AT&T. I was up in, and we have to do just the regular carrier. I was up skiing in Steamboat. You can see it. Wow. This is so satisfying for me. I was skiing in Steamboat last week, and naturally, I brought all 3 phones. I actually have them right here. It was the S25 Ultra. I had my Pixel 8 Pro, and I had my, I think this is the 10 Pro. Settings, about Pixel 9 Pro XL. Had them stuffed in a different pocket in my ski jacket, and I was skiing around the mountains trying to figure out which network had the best speeds and coverage at the Steamboat ski resort. You can see this is AT&T. Let's go over T-Mobile. Really great speeds. This area of the mountain, T-Mobile did not get very good coverage, but here, like over 1,000 down is insane. Insane. And then Verizon was excellent. It looks like I didn't quite do that run over there, so I guess I got to go back. Got to do another ski trip, but really strong, consistent performance across the mountain. And if I do best carrier, yeah, Verizon, I would say Verizon arguably the best. T-Mobile also great. Man, I mean, I think AT&T was the only one I ran there, so curious if Verizon or T-Mobile would have been better. But I would lean a little bit more towards Verizon. What's super interesting for me, again, is the no coverage mapping. So if we do AT&T, you can see AT&T pretty much has coverage all the way from Steamboat Springs down to this town called Kremling, okay? If I pop over to T-Mobile, massive dead zone, very poor reception, and then another dead zone. And what's really cool is if you can see the dead zone right there. If we pop over to the signal strength map and we toggle it to T-Mobile, you can see the dead zone on the signal strength map. Like this has no coverage. Then there's one tower here, you get some coverage, and then it drops out again. And what's really cool is you can actually see, based on my crowdsourced data, you can just barely get some coverage outside of where T-Mobile says they have coverage. And again, you can see where you come into contact with that other tower, how far it extends. Just so cool. And then Verizon, way better performance. A couple of misses on the drive, but and probably really slow speeds. Yeah, what is this? 1, 2, 0. Maybe you could make a phone call. But yeah, just really fascinating in my opinion to see that. So anyway, I had a great time skiing, and this is the coverage map. We're building crowdsourced maps of cell coverage. Check it out. We are slowly becoming worldwide. We got speeds. Should we see like Mexico or something? Or Germany? Germany. Yeah. Like we have some data trickling in Germany. So yeah, check it out. Join the Discord. We'd love to see you there. All right, let's go back to answering some questions. Ooh, Max, how was the snow? I'm looking to go back to Salt Lake City after going in December when the snow was slushy. Yeah, the snow is hard to find out here. We are about to get dumped on, I believe. If I was reading this right, checking my carrot weather right now. So it looks like, yeah, A Basin is getting about 7 inches in the next couple days. Copper Mountain, maybe 8 inches. Winter Park, maybe 3, 4 inches. Steamboat says 4, 3, 4. That's going to be 10, 11, like maybe 15 inches in the next week at Steamboat. I haven't checked anything. I just realized none of those are in Salt Lake City. But I think my friend is there right now. Let's do Salt Lake City, Utah. It looks like they have snow in the forecast as well. If you're considering going skiing again, I would definitely wait. Either go this week when the snow is coming, see if the snow is coming, and then go. Or yeah, wait a little bit and go after. But we get most of the snow, I think, in March and April. So later could be better. That's what I'd say. This is from Brian. It's Stetson. This is Brian from Madison, Maine. I love watching your live YouTube show. Keep on going. Bye for now. Brian, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, of course, Omar. What is the best cellular phone carrier for the zip code 34420? Man, where do you guys think 34420 is? Is this like a North or South Carolina? Is this like Tennessee? I have no idea. Let's find out. Let's find out. CoverageMap.com is the best thing. You can enter a zip code. 34420. Florida. We were all the way down in Florida. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Great speeds and performance across the board. 100% coverage on AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. T-Mobile leading the pack with the fastest median download speeds. Roughly 3x the speeds. Over 3 times the performance of Verizon and AT&T, which is crazy. Verizon, 128.7. AT&T, 109.9. T-Mobile, highest rated reliability score as well. I would lean towards T-Mobile, and any plan that's on T-Mobile, that's going to be Mint, US Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, carriers such as that. Again, looking at that upload, yeah, T-Mobile looks great. T-Mobile looks great. If we launch the map, we're going to be in Germany still, so let's head back to the United States, hop on our plane, scan our passport, touchdown from an international trip, and enter again 34420. Bellevue, Florida, mapped out. Man, if you're in the area, you could run some tests, get some extra coverage data here. Looks like AT&T is probably pretty fast. T-Mobile is going to be crazy fast. Wow. Someone in this area has T-Mobile and is enthusiastically mapping it out, and I love that. That is incredible. That is incredible. Verizon, also been mapped out, looks really good. You probably can't go wrong. T-Mobile seems to have the fastest right now. Verizon has their mid-band network rolled out. So, yeah, I would say you can't go wrong. Maybe start with T-Mobile or something on that. All right, so we got. Also, we got to give a thank you to Jose Roberto Rodriguez Pastra 7122. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'd say later March, April. Keep your eye on the weather. That's the way to do it. Just see when the snow is going to strike, and then bam, head out, pounce. Wow, Google Pixel 5a met all the requirements except for RAM, was only officially released in the US and Japan. Interesting. Interesting. The Shadonator. Any recommendations for a perfect phone plan? That, I feel like that is so hard to recommend. A perfect phone plan, it really depends on your needs. I think the favorites that I have are just on my website. Visible Base, US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, Visible Plus, Visible Plus Pro, Total 5G Plus Unlimited with that BYOD discount. This includes, wait for it, Disney Plus. This includes Disney Plus. So that's a really nice perk as well. US Mobile probably is the best app. Arguably the best coverage with their multi-network add-on. I mean, there's so many different MVNOs to love. We do the budget ones, low costs. Helium Mobile 0, technically no longer $0. I got to update that. US Mobile, Mobile X, one of the best custom plans out there. Really compelling options. Yeah, I guess I need to. I think when I was entering plan details, I was doing a whole lot of duplicating, and it appears I have duplicated the Mobile X Unlimited 10 such that all of them are showing up here. And so maybe I need to adjust that a bit, as they say. But yeah, so many great options. What do I do? Annual plans, US Mobile, Mint, Visible. These are so good. There's like never been a better time to be into prepaid. Family plans, US Mobile, Total, AT&T Unlimited Starter. I feel like I should throw, it's like, see if Cricket makes sense. Well, US Mobile, I think, is better than Cricket, so that answers that question. Maybe throw a Metro plan in here or something. Yeah, you just can't beat these. So good. So good. Chester is saying, Chester, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Please mention the new Clicks Power keyboard too. Absolutely. Yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. So Michael Fisher and the team over at Clicks, I think Michael may be more of, I don't know, he provides input. But either way, the team, the collaborators, the people involved did something absolutely brilliant. They made the Power keyboard. Now, what is different about this? Previously, Clicks was a keyboard case. Each case was specific, built for the phone. You needed a new case every time you upgraded or switched devices. Generated a lot of case waste, perhaps. The all-new Clicks Power keyboard is a MagSafe battery bank, a keyboard, all in one. Okay? So what it does is it attaches to the back of your phone via MagSafe. You can slide out a full QWERTY keyboard, and they will charge your phone, has USB-C charging in the bottom, and gives you a full tactile QWERTY keyboard. Not only that, this is just a regular Bluetooth keyboard you can use with any device. So if it's easier for you to maybe, sorry, this is gonna move and I don't want it to. Type on an iPad with your Bluetooth keyboard. Boom, you can do that. Entering a password on your Apple TV. Boom, this will connect to your TV via Bluetooth. You're good to go. You have a real keyboard if you're wearing AR goggles or something. The MagSafe capability also gives you that function to rotate your phone into landscape mode, use it in landscape, and still have a full QWERTY keyboard. Okay, so really great option. Works with all your phones, right? You only need to buy this once. I feel like I'm selling it now, but it is so much better. You only need to buy it once. It'll work on all your devices via Bluetooth. It'll swap between devices, and yeah, you can use it portrait, landscape, full QWERTY keyboard. Really, really nice. Here it is with the iPhone Air. That's how it looks. Okay, I'll zoom in on that so you can see it. Here's an iPhone base or an iPhone Pro. Okay, here's how that sizes up. It looks like the Clicks is a little bit wider. You can see the Air kind of covers it a little bit better. The base, okay, it's a little bit, more in line, a little bit snugger. And the Pro Max totally hides the keyboard case. And they all fit under that notch. So hopefully the notch doesn't move. You can see the iPhone Air, a little bit of a gap between the notch and the Clicks Power case. iPhone base and Pro, there is no gap. It's pretty close. It looks like at least pretty close to right up against that notch. Patent pending design, built-in 2300 milliamp hour battery. It'll charge your phone. Backlit keyboard, that's super nice. Power reserved. Bluetooth 5.4. I didn't even realize we were on 5.4. And then the size and weight dimensions. So just a super cool product for people who want a physical keyboard on their devices. Is available for pre-order. Pre-orders are a much better price, $79. I think the MSRP is going to be over $100. It might have been $119 or something. Let's check. Pre-order. Batch 1 is sold out. Yeah, so it's going to be not $119, $109 will be the real price. But you can grab it for $79 right now if you pre-order. So that is pretty cool. Looks great. Looks like a really well-made, well-thought-out device. So thank you, Chester, for the suggestions. I can just see Stetson driving up and down access roads, handling 3 phones, clicking speed test buttons. Well, thankfully, with the Coverage Map app, we have the recurring speed test feature, right? So I just go in and I say, run multiple tests. I'll either do driving or the smart mode. I was actually using the driving mode for skiing because I needed to run tests more frequently. And then bam, I'll just start running tests and I'll be off. Don't even need to touch the phone again or look at it. It'll just start measuring the cellular performance, uploading that in real time to the Coverage Map. And it is so cool. So yeah, I love that. And I'm curious, have you guys tried out the cellular info where you can see what band you're connected to? Looks like we're using primary band 66 and then secondary carrier aggregating with N77 to get the 5G ultra wideband speeds here. But yeah, I absolutely have been loving that. The full cellular info, I think it's really cool to get the full breakdown. So curious if you guys have tried that and what you think. Ooh, this is a really good point from Aaron. When choosing a best carrier, you also have to consider where you drive/travel. T-Mobile is great in cities, but can be useless elsewhere. Yeah, that's a fantastic point. And we really just saw that in the coverage map for that road trip, right? Let me see if I can find that. Oh, there's like so many dead zones in Colorado. Such a great place to map coverage. Either way, this is what we were just looking at, right? And again, in Steamboat, T-Mobile is fantastic. But when you're leaving Steamboat, right, you're going to lose coverage here. You'll lose coverage here all the way down until you get into Kremling. Okay? So T-Mobile, great, probably in Kremling and in Steamboat, but kind of in between, not so much. If you want to be more reachable, that could be something to consider. The other thing is, all right, there's Breck. Here we go. Keystone, yeah. You can see here. This is another ski mountain, Arapahoe Basin. Total T-Mobile dead zone. You barely get some service on like the back part of the mountain. Meanwhile, you switch over to Verizon, boom, totally covered. You're getting totally usable speeds, over 200 megabits per second across pretty much the whole mountain. And then AT&T, not as fast, but still plenty usable across the whole mountain. So location matters a lot. Location matters a lot. All right, we do have another super chat from Raymond. Sorry, Stetson, I meant if you have Mint Mobile for 3 months, do you know if it can lower a T-Mobile home internet plan? That is a fantastic question. Candidly, I do not know. My understanding is Mint Mobile may only provide a discount for their home internet device. So you can see 5G home internet. This is effectively rebranded T-Mobile home internet. Choose a plan duration. You can do 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And then you do get a discount if you have existing Mint Mobile service. So the initial price with Mint Phone, $30, renewal price, $40. So I think I had mine for over 3 months. So I got to switch to the 12-month option to lock in the $30 a month rate. But yeah, if you're a Mint Mobile customer, I think you want to buy the Mint Mobile home internet, the Minternet as they call it, in order to be eligible for that discount. I don't think it applies to the T-Mobile home internet. Could be worth calling and asking though. The companies are working a little bit more closely together now. And so I hope that's helpful. It would be worth a call. I think unlikely, but worth a call. And then GP Arnie, if asked about the best one overall, which one? Such a loaded question. Like, are you doing annual? Are you doing monthly? I think about this a lot. I'm making the best cell phone plans of 2026 video right now. It's in the works. And yeah, it's tricky. It's really tricky. Like, what do you say? What am I recommending to my friends? I think for most people, either US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star or Visible Plus are your two best overall options right now. But again, a lot of variables and variation. Do you have multiple lines? Do you have a family plan? Do you need a tablet or a smartwatch? That's going to all factor into, which plan is going to be best. I think for multiple lines, US Mobile makes it easier to manage multiple lines on a single account. If you need a smartwatch, well, then Visible Plus is going to support that. Visible Plus Pro will include that. Yeah, I think in terms of price to features, US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star and AT&T is hard to beat. Truly unlimited, deprioritized data, 20 gigs of hotspot, 4K video. That's an awesome plan. That is an awesome plan. Yeah, I would go between these two. Which one would I sign up for? What's funny is I'm a US Mobile customer personally. I'm on the Unlimited Starter, but I'm on the Warp network, Verizon. And that works great for me. But between these two, I would sign up for Visible because the Dark Star plan is on AT&T. And Visible would be a little bit better fit because I really like getting the Verizon coverage. Yeah, those are probably the two best ones, two of the top picks. Mobile X can be really good too. There's so many. The more I talk, the more I'll recommend plans. Look, here's a specific one that we can actually get to the bottom of. What is the best 3-line unlimited plan on the T-Mobile network? All right, let's go in. I'll give you a couple different recommendations because I think, again, best is so subjective. Are you looking for best for device upgrades? Are you looking for best price? Do you need smartwatch support? Let's do 3 lines, T-Mobile network. And do you need unlimited data? Oh yeah, unlimited plan. Perfect. So we'll do data unlimited. Bam. All right, Flex unlimited. I need to fix that. Mint Mobile unlimited annual. Okay. If you can swing paying upfront for Mint, and technically if you have a family plan, Mint will allow you to pay quarterly, which can help out. But 3 lines on the T-Mobile network. This is actually outdated. I need to fix my promos. It's 50% off. It'll be $15 a month for your first year per line. So you're looking at $45 a month. Now that is a bit of money up front. What are we looking at here? 180 times 3. $540 up front. Say there's taxes and fees. We'll call it $600 to be safe. $600 up front for your service. That can be a lot, but the deal is insane, right? That comes out to $45 a month. Unreal. So good. US Mobile, of course, they have their promos. Looks like I need to update this. Embarrassing. Code BF67. Throwback to the Black Friday promo, everyone. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed, another great option. Metro. You can bring your own device. If everyone brings their own device, $25 a month, $75 for unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network. Biggest downside is no hotspot. Personally, I'm a big fan of US Mobile Unlimited Starter Lightspeed. Again, same $75 price, taxes and fees included. Only 70 gigs of high-speed data here, but that's most for most people. 10 gigs of hotspot, which is way better than Metro, which has no hotspot, and 4K video over 40p video. Plus, way easier. Well, Metro does have an okay app and stuff, but US Mobile, I really like their app and their online account and stuff. I'm trying to see what else. Metro, $40 unlimited. Yeah, probably not worth it. T-Mobile Essentials. Hesitate to recommend that one. Google Fi Unlimited Standard. Not opposed to Google Fi. Google Fi does give you priority data on the T-Mobile network, which is pretty cool. 25 gigs of hotspot is plenty. And you get I believe it's an Android smartwatch supported for free. So if you have a Pixel watch, and I think Samsung watches, someone correct me on that. That'll be really good as well. Someone's saying Metro is really good. I would say, yeah, maybe the Metro $50 unlimited plan could be a great pick. $110 a month, taxes and fees included. That's going to be really, really nice. Metro $60 plan could be pretty good as well. I mean, but you're like $130 a month, and you could just like snag the Mint deal, and it would be $45 a month for your first year. Like, that's just so good in my mind. Or even do US Mobile's promo right now, right? Like, where is that tab? Here it is. $15 for your first year. Again, this would come with 70 gigs. Or you could upgrade to unlimited premium, truly unlimited data. $24 a month for your first year. Super easy to manage multiple lines. You have that multi-network add-on, which is nice. Great account dashboard for monitoring your usage. Like, so many things to like about it. JV Mez. Hopefully I said that correctly. I look at your name in my mind as like, oh, it's James. But JV Mez, I don't know if this is really helping or just confusing you. We do need to give a shout out to Metro by T-Mobile. Here, we'll do 3 lines. What is it? Yeah. No? Yeah. Sorry. This Metro plan, technically called the $60 a month with auto pay, $65 first month plan. Of course, just rolls right off the tongue. This one comes, tax and fees included, upgrades on phones. Probably not much, but something. Amazon Prime. That's a really nice value add. And HD video. As I'm saying this out loud, you could also grab the Mint plan and Amazon Prime and still be saving a whole bunch of money. So yeah, it's It's tough. There's so many fantastic options. So many fantastic options. But I hope that is helpful, at least in some capacity. Bruh, how did I get here? We'll actually answer the multi-network add-on in a bit. We got to just check the super chat here. Justin, just with a $5 super chat. Justin, thank you so much. If you have a question, definitely throw it in the chat. Looks like you do, so I'll answer that. Hey, do you know when US Mobile Home is coming? They teased it in an email a few months ago. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I definitely don't need it, as I'm accumulating all these 5G home internet products that I've yet to actually produce a video on. But yeah, I have no idea. I wish. When is the best time of year to change networks? Students 8295, great question. Look, this one's a little tricky. Actually, it's super easy. The best time is literally right now, okay? If you are thinking about waiting for the optimal time to change networks, the best time generally is right when the new phone comes out that you want, right? This is when all the postpaid carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon are going to have the best deals. So right when the new S26 Ultra or S26 comes out, that's when all of the carriers are going to have the best phone deals available for that Galaxy series. As the year goes on, the deals generally tend to get worse. When the new iPhone comes out, right? iPhone 18 or whatever they call it this fall, that'll be another great time to switch if you're on a main carrier. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we saw some amazing deals from all the prepaid carriers, but it's no longer Black Friday or Cyber Monday. And to really get to the point of my answer here, we're seeing Mint offer their best deal of the year in February, okay? Like, Mint has never offered a better deal than this. This is what they had in Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's still here. Today is one of the best days to switch plans, switch carriers. Same with US Mobile. I don't know what's going on over there in their marketing department or whoever's managing the website. This is like some rogue promo team that has control of this page, but they have been offering promos literally every day, I think through Q4, probably even Q3 of last year. Q1 of this year is going strong, and the savings are insane, okay? $24 a month for your first year, $15 a month for your first year, like absolutely insane. And the thing is, let me go full screen so I can emphasize this. The sooner you switch carriers from a postpaid expensive plan to a prepaid affordable plan, the sooner you start saving money. And those savings add up over time, and they give you extra money in your pocket for nights out, for getting streaming services or Amazon Prime or that new phone upgrade you were thinking about, or you can save it towards a vacation, a new car, anything else that deserves your hard-earned money that you want to spend your money on. Like, you immediately start saving when you switch carriers. And so today is the best time to switch. In terms of networks, which is slightly different from a carrier, probably only worth switching if you have an issue with service. All right, we have another super chat coming in from GSUC6DY. Hi, please help me decide. I have 2 lines and 1 watch on Verizon. I pay $200 a month. Oh my God, I am so sorry. That's, wow. I live in 92614, California. I'm guessing California. And looking for unlimited talk, text, internet with prioritization. The service with Verizon has gotten bad. Thanks. Okay, so it sounds like Verizon is going to be a no-go. Let's first check coverage here, all right? I'm going to call you GS for short, and let's figure this out. So we'll do the coverage search. Oops. Had the incorrect Chrome window activated. All right, coveragemap.com. Let's figure out what is best in zip code 92614. This is going to bring us all the way to Orange County, California. Now, looking at these numbers here, I am surprised you're having a bad experience on Verizon, and I'd be curious what specific Verizon plan you're on, because what I'm seeing here is coverage is 100% across the board, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. Surprisingly, Verizon is in first place with the download speeds, 161.1 megabits per second for the median download speeds. T-Mobile in second, 104.7 megabits per second. AT&T in third, very, very close behind T-Mobile, 103 megabits per second. Reliability, Verizon is ranking first for our reliability score, T-Mobile second, 7.1, and then AT&T third, 6.1. Let's go ahead and just check the full coverage breakdown here. Green bars across the board, so probably a pretty small area that is just very well covered. Looking at upload speeds, looks like Verizon and T-Mobile are best. AT&T is in third. I also look at upload in addition to download, because if you're on a FaceTime call or trying to share social media or something like that, the upload is really where you'll notice that. And it looks like T-Mobile is probably going to be your best number 2 network. Now, the other thing we got to do is, of course, check crowdsourced cellular coverage data and probably get a bigger picture. Actually, if I'm curious, if I zoom out, so we're in Irvine, let's go to Orange County, the county as a whole. This is where T-Mobile, a little bit worse coverage, still the fastest speeds. Verizon, second fastest. AT&T, the third. Let's go ahead, coverage breakdown. Yeah, I think T-Mobile will probably get the job done, especially with the fastest speeds. And it sounds like speeds have been a little bit slow for you. And then T-Mobile with the fastest upload there. Okay. Now we'll check the crowdsourced information. 92614. And we'll go to Irvine, California. I think I said Irvine before. I'm like, how do I pronounce these things? AT&T looks like it's blanketing the area. T-Mobile, blanketing the area. And then Verizon. I'm surprised you're getting slow speeds on Verizon. If you're on unlimited welcome, that could be why. That could be why. I think based on this information, like, man, for 2 lines and a watch, the watch is tricky. The watch is tricky. It limits your options, okay? Because, for example, and I've talked about it before, but if you want T-Mobile coverage, you could do 2 lines, $15 a month on Mint, $180. Because you're spending $200 a month, you would effectively pay just 2 months of service, $400, and getting 2 lines of unlimited data on T-Mobile for the full year. Okay, that's a really good rate. But Mint doesn't support the watch. Metro does support the watch. And I think this could be the move. So Metro, depends if you need hotspot. Is it priority data? No. Do you need priority data on the T-Mobile network? My answer is no. I don't think you need priority data on T-Mobile. I think you're going to be fine on Metro. It's definitely worth a shot in my mind. And if you are concerned about this, make sure your Verizon phones are unlocked. They should be unlocked because you've had them for a while. Grab an eSIM plan. You could do Tello. You could do the T-Mobile free trial. Okay. And this will let you know exactly what the T-Mobile network is like in your area. Based on what we can see in the crowdsourced coverage map here, the T-Mobile network looks like it's absolutely popping, and it should be very fast. Like these speeds are incredible. 3,000 megabits per second. Oh my God, I need to go there and see exactly what is causing that. That is outrageous. Anyway, T-Mobile is going to be fast. Mint will be fast. Metro will be fast. I think you're going to have a great experience. Metro does support the smartwatch. And what would the pricing be there? Depends if you need hotspot. But you could do $65 a month for 2 lines, period. And then I think the smartwatch line is like tablet. No, smartwatch. $10. Samsung Watch. It'll be $10. So $75 a month. That cuts your price in under half. Gives you unlimited data on the T-Mobile network and your watch line with unlimited data as well. That's something I would consider. Some people are, I think, suggesting JV is saying $200 a month is insane. Yeah, it's expensive. You might be able to get away with Google Fi as well. Let me pull them up. They can be a little bit more expensive, but let's go ahead and take a look. Plans, all plans. Google Fi will give you priority data on the T-Mobile network. And it can be nice, depending on what you're looking for. Again, do you need this? I don't think so. I don't think so, but could be the move as well. Let's get the full pricing. We're trying to beat $75 a month right now. I don't know if we can do it. If you get rid of the watch line, you could be doing $45 a month with Mint, and that's just absurd. Or US Mobile. Yeah, also worth mentioning, if you have device payments, you're going to have to pay off the remaining balance owed on your phone before you can switch. Or you'll have to pay it regardless. You can switch whenever, but Verizon will hit you with that bill. And if you have a lot of remaining device payments, I mean, that can be $400, $600, $800, $1,200, $2,000 even with your two phones. So definitely keep that in mind. It looks like the Google Fi website. Oh, there we go. I was going to say I was having problems, but it's good to go. Man, actually, yeah, I personally would probably go Metro. Well, it'll be different. So what are we looking at here? For Google Fi, you may consider that unlimited standard plan. 50 gigs of high-speed priority data on the T-Mobile network. Unfortunately, after 50 gigs, the data is slowed down significantly to the point where it's basically unusable. But 50 gigs is plenty for most people, and it is priority. You're also getting a smartwatch line included if you have an Android watch. I don't think this works on Apple Watches. 25 gigs of hotspot is also super nice. And as a bonus, you get data in Mexico and Canada. So really good option. Taxes and fees are going to be pretty high on this plan. I would say at least 10%, probably more, maybe like $12, $6 per line. So $92 a month, right? So it's going to be more of a premium when compared to Metro. Where did Metro go? Metro, again, we were looking at $75 total. If you upgraded to the mid-tier Metro plan, it would still only be $90, okay? And if you did the best value plan, you'd upgrade to HD video, get Amazon Prime included, and you can add a watch line for $5 a month. So you'd be at $100 flat before taxes after taxes and fees, because taxes and fees are included. So that Metro is going to be a great option. I think that's it. I think that's what I would say. This is an interesting question. Does an older pricing plan affect the signal/service in my area? I would say it depends what the older plan you're on is. Let me give you a concrete example. On Verizon, the entry-level plan used to be called 5G Start. Because this was the entry-level plan, it was deprioritized on the network, and it had throttled speeds on 5G ultra wideband. So that means your phone would connect to Verizon 5G UW, but instead of getting 300, 400, 1,000, 2,000 megabits per second down, your speeds would be capped at 30 megabits per second. Now, it turns out that that plan is effectively the same as the new unlimited welcome plan. So even though you have the old 5G start plan, and it is getting a worse network experience because it's old, it's less because it's old and more because of the tier of the plan that it was. It was the entry-level plan versus a mid-tier or top-tier plan. That said, you could switch to a new plan, Verizon Unlimited Plus or Ultimate, and that would give you priority data, the fastest speeds available, and fully uncapped speeds on 5G ultra wideband, which therefore could improve your network speed and perceived experience on the network. When it comes to signal and service, the bigger factor is actually this, your phone, because your phone has the cellular modem inside. It's how your phone connects to the network, connects to the tower, and can shout. And the newer phones are going to have better cellular modems for better connectivity and better reception and network performance. So really doesn't have to do with the plan so much. More so has to do with the phone, and then I guess maybe the plan tier. It doesn't really matter how old it is. It just matters, what features you get included. So I hope that's helpful. Slat, what are your thoughts on T-Mobile's 5G home internet? I think it's a great option. Definitely worth trying out, right? The price point is compelling. It's good if you're an existing customer. It's reasonable if you're not an existing customer. Depends where you live. Again, I'm ranking fiber as number one. coax or copper as number 2. And then I would do fixed wireless number 3, and then satellite internet as number 4. But really depends on your area, what you're eligible for, what the pricing is, what your needs are, and things like that. I have used T-Mobile Home Internet as my main device. Works totally fine. Biggest issues are occasional hiccups during Zoom calls and things like that. But it can be manageable. It can be manageable. Bruce is just saying, yo, dude, love the content. Bruce, I love you, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Actun is saying, I got the S25 through Google Fi, $4.99 and $17.50 for 12 months. I have it as a work school phone while keeping my 15 Pro Max as a personal phone. Good deal. I think it comes down to, like, what are you paying for the service, right? And something to keep in mind is Samsung phones tend to devalue very quickly, right? So if we pull up back market, for example, and we do a Galaxy, if the service is $17.50 and you only paid $500 for the phone, that's pretty good. But sometimes those deals have stipulations in them. You have to stay with the service for a certain amount of time. Yeah, S25 unlocked. Jeez. Oh, this is with after our trade-in. I think we still have that iPhone 12 as our trade-in. Yeah, so let's remove that. $419 for fair. We can do excellent for $445. So this is a, I was just like, am I missing this? Galaxy S25. All right, this is the exact same phone. Galaxy S25, refurbished, excellent condition, $445. Now this is a new enough phone where battery health is likely going to be great. Excellent condition is likely going to mean it's really good. You could even do $515 for premium. And I have heard that this is basically a new in-box phone that someone like opened and then returned. So yeah, I mean, Actun, I'm not going to say you got a bad deal. It sounds like you got a pretty reasonable deal. However, I would like buy, I'm like, I low-key want a bunch of S25s. Like, this is fantastic. I would say grabbing this and then going with a prepaid carrier of your choice might be even better. And like US Mobile, right? You throw a $10 plan on here if it's your work phone or whatever, and you're cooking. So, Josie, this is back market. This is full transparency, a channel sponsor. They're not sponsoring this specific episode or whatever, but they sell refurbished phones. Pretty good system. Free 30-day returns and a 1-year warranty, and unlocked, so the phone's going to work with all carriers. And these are certified refurbished, so that means they're going through up to 100-point quality inspection. They kind of go through that here, where they check the SIM tray, the buttons, the screen, all the parts, the switches, battery health, the carrier, the ports, mic and speakers, lights, cameras, all of that good stuff, biometric sensors, external sensors, cameras, GPS. They make sure it all works, and then they sell it. So yeah, it's a pretty good site. I honestly stoked that we were able to partner together and work together, because I love what they're doing. And yeah, like getting a great deal on a phone is so good and saves you a whole bunch of money. So yeah, JV, this is a great point. Back market is fine. I bought a quote unquote fair quality where the battery is supposed to be guaranteed 80%. It was 74. Yeah, if that was the case, I would have probably tried to do one of those 30-day returns or asked about their 1-year warranty. I actually don't know if the warranty covers. Yeah, I don't think it covers the battery, because that's a part that naturally degrades. But I would have considered returning it, or just, dealing with the battery and being like, okay, 74% versus 80% isn't too bad. But yeah, anyway, the pricing is good. Partial refund from the seller. That's good. That's good. Yeah, what's really nice about back market, I'll probably do a review of back market versus Swappa, because I think it's kind of an interesting point. What back market is it's sort of a centralized marketplace of refurbished sellers. And when you buy a phone, you're not buying from back market, you're buying from one of their authorized sellers. But every purchase on back market is backed with their 30-day returns and 1-year warranty. When you're on a site such as Swappa, right, the experience you get depends on the seller. So let's just do Galaxy S25. Boom. Jeez, the pricing can be insane. So we have Electro Deals LLC. Can I view listing? Yes. They are showing the device. Seller stock photos depict device condition. So this is not the real device. This is a stock photo similar to what Back Market does. And then you can see what Electro Deals LLC is, what their policy is for returns and stuff. So they are doing a 30-day warranty, but they're not doing like a 1-year warranty like Back Market has. And if you buy from someone else, let's go ahead and find a random person here. Whoa, what is this? Collapsed? Wild. Swappa just changes their website so much sometimes. Jeez. Let's do 3. I'm looking for like a random person. Kane. Here we go. This seems like a person. View listing. So unlocked. Like this person, Kane, they're not going to provide a warranty on the device, right? Or anything like that. So it's just kind of different. And it depends on what carrier you, or what person or reseller you buy from on Swappa. What Back Market does is they have a process. They're backing all of their phones. They're giving all of your purchases protection with their return policy and warranty. And like, I think if for some reason the description didn't match, then you'd be able to do a refund. But I'm guessing Kane does not want a refund for the phone. They're actively trying to sell it. So just some differences there, and food for thought. But both are great. All right, what's next in the chat? I'll throw a link too. I should probably do a referral link. Let me see. But here, throw a link in the chat for Back Market so they know I sent you. Oh, did that not work? I don't think it worked. Yeah. What? Here it is. I'll throw the actual link. Not even tracked. I'll just have to tell them it came up. But yeah, check them out if you're interested. Ooh. Debo Pop or Hyper Saiyan, I don't care, 6718. Hey Stetson, if you had to pick one network to survive on for a month, which of the major 3 would you pick? Easy. In my area, Verizon. Easy. Anything but AT&T. T-Mobile would also be fine. I think T-Mobile would be excellent as well. But yeah, Verizon's been great. That's who I use as my main carrier here on my phone, and it's fantastic on US Mobile. So that's what I would pick. I think Verizon. And Verizon's also really nice. Did you guys see that like somewhat viral post on the network performance in all 3 carriers? Let me see if I bookmarked it. Probably not. Someone ran a speed test in the, hang on, let me Google it. Speed test at Super Bowl. Please show up. Oh, come on, Google, get out of here. Wow. Images? Sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up. Man. So many images, but not the one I'm looking for. Actually, this will kind of work. Someone was running tests at the Super Bowl, thankfully using our coverage map app. So thank you very much for this person. And you can see Verizon just absolutely crushing it. And the bottom line here is that Verizon has generally exceptionally good performance in arenas and stadiums and concert venues and things such as that. And that would be a really big W. So yeah, that's awesome. Interesting. Traveling to Ireland. Can we talk through the international plans with US Mobile versus Visible Plus Pro? Yes, absolutely. So when it comes to international features, both are different, and it depends on what your network you are on. For US Mobile, we'll pull them up here. We can go to features, international data, and this chart right here gives you a really good overview of the international features. So if you are on Darkstar, which is AT&T, and you're on the unlimited premium plan, which I'm assuming you are, that will give you 20 gigs of high-speed data, 200 minutes, and 250 texts while you are abroad in supported countries. And that is the same on AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, Darkstar, Lightspeed, and Warp. On the unlimited starter plan, 20 gigs drops down to 1 gig, again in supported countries on all 3 networks. And then you can purchase add-ons as well. The key difference between the networks are the supported destinations. So you can see Darkstar, AT&T, supports 110 destinations, Lightspeed 180 destinations, and Warp 125 destinations. Thankfully, if we do a quick search here for Ireland, you can see that Ireland is supported on Lightspeed, Darkstar, and Warp. So it doesn't really matter. And if you're on unlimited premium, you're getting 20 gigs, 200 minutes, and 250 texts. That is included for free with your plan, which is super nice. Now, Visible does things a little bit differently. So if you're roaming and you're looking for a Visible plan, the Visible Plus Pro plan includes the best international features. When you take a look at the perks here, you can see that you get the extra. Here we go. You get 2 global pass days per month included. And these can actually accumulate up to 24 total days per year. And what's really nice is you can see, so 2 global pass days per month are included. You can accumulate those. If you buy the annual version of the plan, you actually get all 24 days available immediately. Okay. Thing is, you have to wait for the full 12 months for those days to reset. Either way, a great deal. So if you have Visible Plus Pro and you've had the plan for a while, you hopefully have enough days to cover your trip to Ireland. Now, you might be wondering, what do you get in terms of actual data use on the plan? Well, that is a fantastic question, which Visible doesn't really show super well on their site. So we'll go back to my site, pop this in. Let me just reset, and we'll do Visible Plus Pro, and we'll do one line. For international days, here, we'll do full details. You can see that you get 2 free days per month, and then 1 international day includes unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of high-speed data for a 24-hour period. After 2 gigs of high-speed data, your speeds are slowed. I think they're slowed to around 512 kilobits per second. Don't quote me on that. It'll be 256 or 512, one of those two. If you do need more international roaming days, then it's going to be $10 per day. So if you're doing a 1-week trip, you just need 7 days accumulated, and you're getting unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of data per day on Visible. Super, super nice. That would be 14 gigs of total usable data. On US Mobile, you're just getting 20 gigs up front. Now, the downside is you have fewer minutes and texts, but realistically, you're not using those because of iMessage, WhatsApp, all the good stuff. So just different. It just really is different and depends on what you need. But yeah, that's what you get included. Is one better than the other? I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you. I haven't tried both of them out while traveling. I guess got to book some international trips. International ski trips, hopefully. Oh, JV Mez. Great question. What is the difference between QCI, 7, 9, all those different numbers? I've talked about this before. And I will talk about it again. And I'll give you a super quick version because I'm not going to name any names, but some people on this channel, only me, I'm the only person here. I can ramble. I can ramble a lot. So yeah, here we go. I have this fantastic article on my website. What is premium data? I actually wrote this in collaboration with Zach, so shout out to Zach. I explain all the different network priority levels. Bottom line, the quick summary, high level, bird's eye picture. There are actually a bunch of different priority levels, but there are 4 levels for data. For your data connection, you have QCI 6, This is the highest data priority level. QCI 7, this is the second highest data priority level. QCI 8, and then QCI 9. QCI 9 being the lowest priority data level. What's interesting is all of the cellular networks in the United States will use these priority levels differently. What do I mean? Well, let's go through an example. When we take a look at the Verizon network, they are primarily using QCI 8 and 9. Okay, QCI 8 is Verizon's consumer priority level. This legacy graphic, this included Play More, Do More, Get More. In today's world, this includes Verizon Unlimited Plus, Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, and it also includes a lot more prepaid brands now. So US Mobile Unlimited Premium, Visible Plus Pro, Total 5G Unlimited, Total 5G Unlimited Plus. All of those are getting priority data QCI 8. Also, some of Xfinity's plans get priority data and more, and Spectrum's plans. So that is QCI 8 on Verizon. Then you have QCI 9 on Verizon. This is deprioritized data. This is by default, like Mobile X, Red Pocket, a lot of the entry-level US Mobile plans. So US Mobile Unlimited Starter, the 5 gig, 10 gig, or 2 gig plans from US Mobile. This is a lot of the track phone plans. Those are all going to be deprioritized QCI 9. QCI 7 on the Verizon network, I believe, is restricted to just first responder plans and business plans. I don't know if I've seen this verified anywhere, but that is my current understanding of their priority. And it doesn't appear as though Verizon is using QCI 6 at all. When we move on to the AT&T network, it's actually very similar, but a little bit different and has changed up. So AT&T, generally the same thing as Verizon. QCI 8 is their consumer priority level. This is going to be Unlimited Premium, Unlimited Extra. This is going to be their new AT&T prepaid Unlimited Ultra plan, which is brand new. It's going to be some of the prioritized Cricket plans, and US Mobile is also in here with their Unlimited Premium plan. So and Red Pocket as well. Red Pocket's new Unlimited plan. Actually, all of Red Pocket's plans on AT&T now come with priority data. So that's going to be QCI 8. Previously, AT&T was giving their Unlimited Elite plan QCI 7, but they have changed that. Unlimited Elite and Unlimited Premium are now QCI 8. And QCI 7 is now a paid add-on called AT&T Turbo. And this is going to be $7 a month extra. That gives you extra speeds and performance, the quote-unquote highest priority available. And they have two versions, AT&T Turbo, which is monthly, and then AT&T Turbo Live, which is if you're going to a stadium or event or something like that. QCI 9, which accidentally says T-Mobile Priority Level 4, AT&T Priority Level 4. This is going to be AT&T Unlimited Starter, some of the entry-level Cricket Unlimited plans, some of the entry-level some of the entry-level US Mobile Unlimited plans on the AT&T network, and things like that. And if there is a plan that only includes a certain allotment of priority data, then you will be knocked down to this level after that. QCI 6 is also available on AT&T, and I believe this is reserved for AT&T FirstNet, and I believe some of their business plans might get QCI 6 as well, but again, I haven't been able to test or confirm that. And then T-Mobile, they do things the most differently. Rather than treating QCI 8 as priority, T-Mobile actually treats QCI 6 as priority. So this is T-Mobile's top-tier priority data. This is going to be the legacy Magenta and Magenta Max plans, throwback to them. Go 5G, Go 5G Plus. This is going to be Experience More and Experience Beyond. And interestingly, all of the T-Mobile prepaid plans as well. I measured them at QCI 6, getting priority data. T-Mobile has QCI 7 as the deprioritized tier. Now, this includes T-Mobile Essentials. Much to a lot of people's surprise, the Essentials plan is deprioritized. And I want to emphasize this because this upsets me quite a bit. If you go to the T-Mobile website and you go to unlimited plans and you see the Essentials plan, it says premium data. And I get messages from people all the time like, Stetson, you're mistaken. Essentials comes with premium data. No. It does not. I have tested this. I have confirmed it. And if you don't believe me, you can read the fine print way at the bottom, which specifically states, I want to emphasize this, Essentials customers may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month. Okay, so this right here says Essential customers may notice lower speeds than other customers. That means Essentials is deprioritized right off the bat from the other plans. That means it's QCI 7. QCI 7 is also going to include the first 35, 50, or 70 gigs on those Metro by T-Mobile plans, the first 50 gigs on Mint Mobile, the first 50 gigs on Ultra Mobile, and US Mobile Unlimited Premium. Those are all going to be deprioritized QCI 7, and I guess all of the US Mobile plans on the T-Mobile network as well. If it's a prepaid carrier and Tello, if it's a prepaid carrier on T-Mobile, odds are it's QCI 7. We do have to go back. The only other carrier with QCI 6 is Google Fi. We were just looking at them. I don't know how Google swung this, but they are able to offer priority data on the T-Mobile network. After QCI 7 is QCI 8. Again, I have not seen a T-Mobile plan on QCI 8, but my understanding is this is reserved for hotspot data usage. So any hotspot devices are going to be QCI 8. And then you have rock bottom of the barrel. I even put a rock emoji here. QCI 9. This is going to be that T-Mobile Essentials plan after 50 gigs of usage, the Legacy Magenta plan after 50 gigs, any of the T-Mobile prepaid plans after 50 gigs. This is going to be Metro by T-Mobile either after 35, 50, or 70 gigs of usage, depending on which Metro plan you signed up for. This is going to be Mint after 50 gigs. Basically, if you're a heavy data user and you exceed that QCI 7 allotment, you're going to be dropped down to QCI 9. And I believe the T-Mobile Home Internet product is, I think it's just at QCI 9 right off the bat. This is rock bottom. If you're deprioritized on QCI 9 on T-Mobile, you have the highest likelihood of experiencing network congestion and slower speeds. So that is the quick version of what all the QCI values mean and how they work. You can see my old videos where I put them side by side by side. I'm just getting excited. I got to do this again. It's a new year. It's 2026. I did this when the iPhone 12 came out. It is time to retest priority. So I'm hyped to do that again and take another look. But yeah, I have all the videos. And again, what's interesting, and I think I should emphasize this. Let me go full screen to emphasize this. When there is no network congestion, you will not notice a difference between priority levels. You will always get the fastest speeds available based on what the network can provide. And if there's no one on the network, you're getting the fastest speeds. Priority doesn't matter. Where priority matters is when there is network congestion. This is driving home in rush hour traffic. This is at the Super Bowl game. This is at a crowded stadium or concert venue or anywhere where there's a lot of people all on their phones. That's where you might start to notice differences in the priority levels. And honestly, it might not even be that bad. As carriers have been expanding their networks, one of their main focuses has been improving connectivity in these crowded environments. So you'll notice stadiums are now getting 5G ultra wideband, ultra capacity, or AT&T's 5G plus network that helps alleviate congestion and give all customers usable data speeds. So the difference, it really depends on location, time of day, what tower you're connected to, and there are so many variables. I think for most people, probably 90% of the time, you're not going to notice a difference. But for others, you might notice a little bit more. And that's just part of the nuance of it. And I hope that's helpful. Yeah, so QCI does not matter when there's no congestion. That's correct. That's correct. And I think I've done this. I can't remember what video, but I'll do, as a concrete example, a side-by-side speed test, right? I'll be the same model phone. So forgive the poor example. Same model phone. Imagine these are both Pixel phones. Okay. Same model phone. I'll run one on Mint Mobile and one on T-Mobile. Okay. Deprioritized QCI 7 versus prioritized QCI 6. They will get the exact same speeds when I run the tests separately. When I run the tests at the same time, that's where the network will be like, hey, T-Mobile has priority data, so we're going to give it slightly faster speeds than the Mint Mobile plan. And then there will be a minor difference. It'll be maybe 400 megabits per second on Mint, 600 megabits per second on T-Mobile. But that's only when the tests are being run at the same time, and 400 megabits per second is still plenty usable for literally everything you could possibly use your phone for. So again, the difference I think is low, but it is there and it's hard to measure. And I don't think the carriers even know what it is because it's so hard to tell, right? And unless you actually measure it. So there you go. I'm a few hundred yards from a tower. Man, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Is there a network that has better voice quality than others? This is a fantastic question. My candid answer is I don't know. I feel like I have heard that Verizon generally has better voice quality. So that is my understanding. Yeah, there's probably so many factors that go into that. I wouldn't even like the phone. If you're using a 5G standalone connection or an LTE, voice over LTE, maybe voice over Wi-Fi, things like that. But yeah. Debo Pop or Hyper Saiyan is saying, remember Verizon is ruthless. This is prioritization. Yeah. Back to prioritization. I think you're most likely to notice a difference in priority on Verizon LTE. However, as we have been hurtling towards an era of 5G, where everyone is on 5G, I think you'll be less and less likely to notice congestion on LTE. But I think Verizon LTE was the most notorious one. Jaden LE4363, should I switch from Go 5G base to experience more with appreciation savings? 4 lines, want to upgrade the phone. Yeah, Jaden, this is a fantastic question. I think it comes down to a couple different factors. Number one, how much are you paying per line right now on Go 5G base? That's something to consider because even though you're on Go 5G base, T-Mobile will still give you up to $300 off your phone upgrades with a trade-in, okay? Appreciation more with savings is not a bad value. It is the experience more plan, but cheaper, and that's totally fair. The thing is, taxes and fees will be extra. I think it's a safe estimate to do maybe $6 per line, okay? You can look on your current bill, see if you actually, Go 5G includes taxes and fees, yeah. I think taxes and fees will be close to $5 or $6 per line. And so if you have 4 lines, let's say it's $6, that's going to be an extra $24 a month in taxes and fees. So you got to take a look at this number, 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, $180 a month. Add in, yeah, $24 in taxes and fees. You're looking at $204 a month. How does that compare to what you're paying now? It could be worth it. You will get more promotion credit, right? You just want to run the numbers. You want to run the numbers. So that's what I would say. Interesting. Tommy is saying T-Mobile will probably offer better promotions on Go 5G than they would on appreciation savings with or without rate increases. Oh, yeah. So this is actually worth pointing out. And Tommy, excuse me, thank you for commenting this. This is actually indicating that the device promotions are the same as the 55 plus plan, the first responder plan, or the military discount plan, which can be $830 for a Samsung phone, but $630 for an iOS phone. So that is a little bit lower. I think I initially said $830. I was mistaken. This will only be up to $630. So you're paying more per month on the plan for potentially a little over double trade-in credit. Just really depends. Yeah, Tommy, you're absolutely right. Great call. Great now. And yeah, for a base Go 5G right now, I only get the base trade-in of $300. You just got to run the numbers, Jaden. Like, how much are you paying per month for your 4 lines? And what would the increased cost be? You got to do it out. So that's what I would say. Duo Bob, I still want to know why T-Mobile got rid of taxes and fees included. Why do you think? 3 words. Make more money. Simple as that. Or 3 other words. Make investors happy. They don't care about the customers. They wanted money. So there you go. We've got Tyler coming in. I need a cheap backup for Verizon. I have a Pixel 9 on Graphene OS. What do I use? That is a fantastic question, Tyler. Look, if I'm in your shoes, there's one answer that comes to my mind that I think is superb price to performance. And it is US Mobile. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. The 2 gig plan. $10 a month flat. Taxes and fees included. You can activate this on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. In your case, throw this on Verizon. This is one of the most affordable plans you can get. Use it as backup on your Pixel 9 on Graphene OS. I think that is the move, and I hope that's helpful. Danny Webb, what's up, my guy? What is up, Danny? Hope you're doing well. Holy smokes, $257 a month versus $252 for more, but I'm also in California, so the taxes might be whiffed. Yeah, that's high. I feel like that's high. I don't know what to say. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you really just need to punch the numbers in. Some people are saying taxes and fees will make it more. I kind of am leaning in that direction as well. Like, Jaden, you will not like this, but being the prepaid shill that I am, I'm like, yo, hop on Mint. 4 lines on Mint, okay? That'll literally be $60 a month for your first year. It is a shit ton of money up front, but the savings are massive, right? $257, you'd be saving yourself, let's say $70 a month, give or take. You'll have $180 a month in savings that you can easily go towards phones, right? And then, I mean, you know me and channel sponsor, back market, S25, crazy value, right? $500 or whatever, $445, excellent condition. For an iPhone user, do they have iPhone 17s? iPhone 17, honestly, pretty much little to no savings on this one. So you'd probably want to knock down to like a 16 or something, or a 15 Pro, which is what I was suggesting before. But yeah, get an excellent condition for $571. I mean, the savings are there. The savings are there. The problem is it's a lot of money up front versus financing, so it kind of depends what you want to do. But yeah. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, Gadget Granny, Helium free for backup plan. That's actually pretty good too for the price. But Helium is on T-Mobile. Question was specifically asking about Verizon. So that's what I'd say. Tyler saying thank you. Tyler, thank you. Thank you. Hearts from me. Hopefully, also, this is right after Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys had an amazing Valentine's Day. But yeah, hearts to you guys. All right. Curtis is saying, I don't know if you talked about this before, but what are your thoughts about T-Mobile's better value deal? It seems decent for a major carrier, but I am biased. Yeah. Look, the gist is the better value plan is superb when compared to AT&T and Verizon. However, when compared to existing T-Mobile plans, to me, it seems fishy. It's almost like T-Mobile wants people to upgrade to this plan because it is taxes and fees exclusive and your bill will likely go up. So I think it's a little bit of a trap and I would be mindful of that. Oh no, FaZe. My Valentine didn't respond. It's okay, FaZe. I'm here for you. Just an instant add to our at on a story. Oh well. I'm here for you, FaZe. We're here for you. We've got Jedi Knight saying US Mobile unlimited annual premium. Yeah, that is fantastic. I mean, the deal for US Mobile is also fantastic. Who are we just talking about? Load up another tab. I close out all these tabs at the end of the night, and it's like, look, we've got T-Mobile, T-Mobile Report, T-Mobile, My Site, Mint, US Mobile, keep going, Merge Wi-Fi, Mint again, T-Mobile, Google Fi, Back Market, Visible, and then two US mobile tabs. Ugh. Anyway, plans. The discount is so good here. Here, Phase US Mobile will be your Valentine. $100 off, right? So good. Anyway, this is back to the T-Mobile person. Again, it is a lot of money up front. I am not denying that, but the savings are really good. Unlimited premium. This is going to be unlimited QCI 7 data on the T-Mobile network, 50 gigs of hotspot, $24 a month or $290 up front. Really good value. If it turns out some people need less data, you could throw them on unlimited starter. That's going to be 70 gigs. That's what I'm on. That's plenty for me, but yeah, it's a good deal. And what's awesome about US Mobile versus Mint is a little bit nicer multi-line management. You can have one login to manage all the lines. Mint, you do need to set up each account individually before kind of merging them. Tommy, quickly answering your question, what does Stetson Doggett have more of, open tabs or phone lines? The answer most of the time, hang on, this is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. Pop this. Do you guys have a guess on how many tabs I have open on my phone right now, my iPhone? Why is this not unlocking? Why is the iPhone so dumb? Hang on. Guys, I'm like swiping up and I can't even unlock the phone. There it is. There it is. Okay, yeah. How many tabs do I have open? I just want to here we go. I will close. Yeah, I think I can show this without being crazy. The answer is both. Has the little in the box. Yeah, so my phone has 297 tabs open right now. So the answer is tabs. I'm a tab machine. I mean, you've seen me on this live stream. When anyone asks a question, I often don't go back to the original tab. I just make a new tab. So the answer is tabs. The answer is tabs. We have a super chat coming in from the Chaz. The Chaz, great to see you here in the chat. Thank you as always for your generosity and support. Does using dual SIM slow down your speeds? I have not perceived any slowdowns in my speeds from using dual SIM. I think that may have been an initial concern. I don't think I've seen any metrics or reports supporting that. But that is something I could test. Add it to my list of things to test. I don't think so. Yeah, I think it works the same. Yeah, plus all the tabs on the PC. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And all the tabs on the iPad. I am a tab machine. Safari 500 tabs. Yeah, I just never close. I never close. I was 240 off, LOL. Yeah, I'll go through at some point because same thing. I just will I'll open a new tab, and that's what I do. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to save this for later, and I just leave it as an open tab. Jeez. Yeah, I'm an animal, absolute animal. We've got a question coming in from April Baby by Moon 6698. Hi, I'm looking to buy a SIM card. I want something affordable and fast internet. What plans should I get? Great question. More specifics would be helpful. Maybe how many lines you have, how much data you need, things like that. I would say if you're looking to get started, we'll hit some old classics, right? This is loading up the main page of the site. US Mobile is going to be fantastic. $25 for unlimited. Visible Base, honestly, a fantastic plan as well. And if you want something with T-Mobile coverage, Mint is good, but $180 up front. If you want something monthly, I'd probably hop on the Tello bandwagon. You can get Tello's 3 months of unlimited for $30. You can see it's like Valentine's Day over there as well. Little SIM card hearts. I think this could be a really great option as well. So consider checking that out. Yeah. Danny Webb, bro, showing off those tabs. Gains. Boom. Also curious, it looks like a couple people are watching vertically. I'm curious if you're watching the vertical stream right now, where the comments are at the top of the stream, or if you're watching the horizontal stream, the comments are at the bottom. I'm curious what you guys are watching. But yeah, Tello is good too. Absolutely. April, you're most welcome. You are most welcome. Colin is saying, can you talk about Spectrum Mobile being free if you already get their internet? QCI, what? Big network towers thinking of porting over, paying US Mobile $2. 2 gigs for $10 secondary line. Yeah, this is honestly an awesome deal. And I don't really have anything against Spectrum. Sometimes I think you can get a better plan at a better price. But when it's bundled for free, like, you can't beat free. I'm not going to discourage you from doing that. It's a great plan. It's great value. So what are you getting, though? We gotta dive into the details. The meat and potatoes. Meat on my potatoes. Interesting. Fold 7, vertical, horizontal on my laptop. Comments from me at the bottom. Interesting. Oh, huh. I will have to rewatch this and see what happens. Tommy's saying I got the vertical stream on my tablet and was not having a good time. I will say the website is horizontal. I guess could I resize the browser? Would that mess things up? Oh my God. Guys, this might be the, just for the mobile aspect, it got so much better. But for the desktop, maybe it's worse. Anyway, I'll experiment. I'll have to go back and rewatch this one. What was the question that we were answering? We're talking about Spectrum Mobile here. So Spectrum Mobile, they have 3 plans. They've got a $20 1 gig plan. Right off the bat, don't get that. They've got a $30 30 gig plan. This is the plan that Spectrum Mobile is giving away for free. And it's not bad. It's going to give you Verizon coverage, and it's priority data, 30 gigs of QCI 8 priority data on the Verizon network. Hotspot, 5 gigs of high-speed hotspot before unlimited at 600 kilobits per second. If you've heard me rant before, you know 600 kilobits per second is unusably slow. I would not recommend it, but 5 gigs, this will actually work in a pinch, get the job done, give you 5 gigs of usable data. $10 watch add-on is available, and it costs $45 extra to add a tablet line. Now, if you wanted to pay, I think you can pay $10 and upgrade to the Spectrum Mobile Unlimited Plus plan. 50 gigs priority, 5 gigs of hotspot, 4K streaming. Super, super nice. Might be worth the upgrade for some. I'm actually kind of surprised the hotspot is the same. Is that true? Spectrum Mobile. Sometimes I'm like, this can't be true. And then you go to the website and it's like, oh, well, it is. Internet Mobile. Spectrum Mobile. Mobile data plans? Bam. All right. $30. So we have Unlimited Plus. Okay, yeah, here we go. 10 gigs of hotspot. I got to fix that. I'll do the quick phone picture. Shabam. Unlimited. Yeah, this one is right. Premium data. 5 gigs. So 10 gigs. This is free roaming. I wasn't really talking about roaming. And then buy the gig, $20. Outrageous. Outrageous. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's a good value. If it's free, like, why not? This realistically would meet my needs perfectly. It'd be a perfect plan for me. So if I got Spectrum Internet and I got that for free, would I want to sign up? Probably not. I like the prepaid carriers more. I think the prepaid carriers have a little bit better app experience and things like that, but I can't say for sure for Spectrum because I haven't tried them out. So there you go. Yeah. JV Mez. This stream is just to find arrows on best phone plans, lol. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. You're absolutely right. You're like, I need to fix this, that, the other thing. I mean, that's good. When you use your product, you find errors and you can fix them. Yeah. Yeah, I do need an AI to scan sites and alert me on changes. It's so hard, though, sometimes. Why would anyone get by the gig? A mistake. You can. Here's the thing, though. You can share the by the gig with up to 20 lines. Okay, that is nuts. I think, I actually don't know how much it costs to add a line on the by the gig plan. There was a hack for a while where on Xfinity Mobile, it was free to add lines to the by the gig. And so you could get a bunch of lines at a super cheap price. People were doing that. But I think on Spectrum, you have to pay $20 per line. So Yeah. Because it says first gigabyte per additional line. So I think it comes with a gig, but you have to pay $20 for every line. Anyway. April, should I go to Best Buy? I'm not very good at this. Yeah, Best Buy is fine. If you go to Best Buy, I would probably grab either a Mint SIM or a Visible SIM. If they have Telo, yeah, grab that. Or you can just activate online. If you have an eSIM phone, go through. High probability, I have a video on my YouTube channel on like how to activate this, but or activate a certain carrier, and I walk through the process. So consider checking those out. Hopefully that's helpful. That's all I can say. Yeah. FaZe is saying this place is great for my interests. I should meet Stetson. He's cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Steve is saying you sound very different. Are you an AI clone of Stetson? Tell the truth now. Hope you feel better. You sound under the weather. Maybe it's just I've been talking for 2 hours and 15 minutes straight with no breaks. I should be fine. Hopefully I don't sound too sick or nasally or whatever. That's always annoying when I'm like listening to a video and it sounds like the person's congested. But no, this is real me, real flesh and blood here. No AI yet. No AI yet. Yeah. Yeah, that is super frustrating. AO Bandera Main. I signed up for the annual US Mobile and then they dropped the price right after. Good news is you're already saving money. And yeah, bad news is you missed out on saving a couple bucks extra, which always sucks. It always sucks. Stetson, is Visible a good phone carrier? Yes, absolutely. I used them as my primary carrier for a bit before going back to US Mobile. They're great. They're fantastic. I, for one, welcome our new robot, Stet GPT. Yeah, I do need to build a better GPT. I think it'll be in the works. Website first, then the GPT. I mean, technically there is a GPT on the Best Phone Plan site, right? I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you go to the Best Phone Plan site, chat with Phone Plan AI, this is a side quest I had a little bit ago, and you can chat with the AI. And you say, I need one line, unlimited data with hotspot, and see what happens. And it'll go and it'll chat, and it'll ask you a bunch of questions, which is super annoying, but I haven't been able to fix that. International calls, we're going to say never. International texts, never. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just like going through all the filters. Never. Never in Canada and Mexico. Outside of North America, I'll say sometimes. Need hotspot? I definitely need hotspot. Preferred coverage. What do you guys think? I'd say Verizon. How about that? I am biased towards Verizon right now. Oh, buddy, what happened? You're failing my live demo. Well, oh, I apologize. What is your preferred? Oh, there it is. It's just a little slow. One line, unlimited, boom. Mobile X, Visible Base, these are perfect. Ting Unlimited 25, actually a new plan and a fantastic option. US Mobile Unlimited Starter, this is what I have. That's great as well. Man, throwback to the center-aligned cards, you guys. Not gonna lie, I was looking at the center-aligned cards, and to me, it just made the left. I love the left-aligned. I'm super into it now. Anyway. Cut the camera, it broke. Comments are on my right. Interesting. Do you think US Mobile, do you think Mint Mobile or US Mobile is better internet? If you mean like cellular coverage and data speeds, it really depends on your area. What you're going to want to do here, April, what you want to do is head over to coveragemap.com, enter your zip code or your county or your state or whatever. Something more local will be better, like county. I'm in Boulder County. Or if you throw your zip code in, I'll look it up. And just see what network is getting the better performance in your area. In my area, it looks like T-Mobile is the best. And for the best performance on T-Mobile at a great price, I would go with Mint Mobile. If it turns out Verizon is a little bit better, or AT&T is a little bit better, then you're going to want to go to US Mobile. And so that's really what you want to look for. Yeah, Stetson DBT should link with the best phone plans API so it knows what the best network is. Yeah, there will be a best phone plans API very soon once the new website is built up. I'm so hyped about the website. I'm curious what you guys think. Did I share this on stream before? Hang on. Nope. This one. Wait for it. Just log in here. Boom. Let me go back. Oh, April. Here, we got you. We'll answer your question. 11946. What is the best? Let's find out. Where are we going? Anyone have any bets? 1194. This feels like Maine or something. No. Middle. North Carolina. New York. So off. I'm off every time. All right. So in your scenario, it looks like T-Mobile and Verizon are saying 100% coverage. AT&T 97%. T-Mobile is showing the fastest median download speeds, 164.2 megabits per second. Verizon in second, AT&T in third. T-Mobile, really good reliability, 8.6 out of 10. Verizon, 10 out of 10 reliability, which is awesome. If I'm in your shoes, I'm signing up for either T-Mobile or Verizon. Yeah, if I'm in your shoes, I'd probably lean a little bit more towards Mint. Kind of depends if you want to do... if you want to pay annually for a full year of service up front. Like if you haven't tried the T-Mobile network in your area, sometimes it's nice to do a trial of something or see if it works. But yeah, if I'm in your shoes, I would either do like best value, Mint, doing that $15 a month promo, fantastic. Or if you're like, you know what, I don't want to switch to Mint immediately and pay $180 up front, I would just grab Tello. Do the 3 months of unlimited for $30. That's probably going to be enough data to meet your needs. $30 is fantastic. You can either stick with Tello or switch to Mint or switch to US Mobile at any time. And I think that'll be the move. I'm seeing in the chat that I'm poor. Maybe you're on a budget. You're being more financially wise. Okay. In that case, Tello is still a really good option. So I definitely suggest that. Yeah. The other option you could consider, depending on your data needs, just trying to save you even more money here, would be Helium Mobile. So if we do low cost plans, the Helium Mobile 0 plan, it's not a whole lot of data. It's actually minimal amount. Okay. It'll come out. So you have to pay taxes. I think people are paying like $1.40 for this plan, depending on your area. But you'll get talk and text. So 100 minutes, 300 texts, and a gig of data. It's not much, but for, let's call it $2 flat, really good. If you want something with a little bit more data, you could do US Mobile's 2 gig plan for $10. That's probably what I would do. Or the 5 gig plan for 15. Actually, I think Helium is a better plan than that. Helium Mobile Air, yeah, $15 for 10 gigs. Something like that might be a little bit more affordable and meet your needs. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah. Ha! The AT&T store in Bozeman is no coverage. Tracks. I'm kidding. Yeah. I would say that's really funny. Someone was asking about... All right, I'm in Munta. And do you think T-Mobile Simple Choice is the GOAT of T-Mobile? My uncle has all of us on with his family. Am I right to think we're on the best plan so far without him switching? When it comes to T-Mobile, it really comes down to two things. Cost per line, and then how frequently people are upgrading their devices. Like if you love getting the newest phone every year, like me, you're an Apple sheep or a Samsung sheep or a Google sheep, you know, whatever flock you're a part of, okay? And you're going with your herd, you love getting the latest and greatest. Sometimes the new plans are good. The Experience Beyond gives you that free phone upgrade every year. That's super nice. But outside of that, I think generally speaking, Simple Choice is likely the best option. T-Mobile will still give you the $300 off with a trade-in, and that's honestly still really good too. So yeah, likely you're getting one of the better value plans out there right now. Yeah, April is so welcome. Good luck. Good luck with everything. If you have any more questions, I'll be back next Monday. So, Tommy's saying, I'm not a sheep, I'm a real boy. Well, if you guys spot the real boy in the herd, we know that one's Tommy, because I'm full on sheep. All right. I've got my black wool. I am the sheep. Is there a Stetson Discord chat? Technically, Jaden, there is. We have the free public messed up my hair. Coverage map Discord. Not gonna lie, this is a side tangent, but before every video, I think I no joke spend like 30 minutes just adjusting my hair. Anyway, there's a free coverage map Discord. I'll copy the link, throw it in the chat on YouTube again. Copy link address. You're welcome to join. Bam. And there is a best phone plans Discord. It is more exclusive. You have to pay. You have to be a channel member or something to be a part of it. Candidly, it's not that active. If you want to message me there, I'll respond because it's like just me, a handful of other people. But yeah, it's not that active. Mostly because there's a lot to do in this world. And as much as I love chatting with you guys on Discord, sometimes you gotta put the Discord down and you gotta pull up the spreadsheets, you gotta pull up the Keynote, you gotta pull up the Airtable, and you gotta fix your website that you found many broken and inaccurate things about. So life happens. That's just the way it is. All right, we have BF9142 for the win chatting. Hey Stetson, my parents are on the base visible plan on a promo. Do you know of any current promos for the Plus or Visible Plus Pro plans? Any idea when Visible will ever get something? I mean, I think the only discounts are for new customers. So unfortunately, I mean, good news, your parents are probably saving a whole bunch of money and have saved a whole bunch of money. Bad news, not really any available promos for them. Seems like 5 off 5 is current, but it's for new members, so forget that. If you're looking to save even more money on Visible, I think your best option is to switch to an annual Visible Plus plan or an annual Visible Plus Pro plan. And to give you a comparison, what does it actually come out to? Again, we'll go back to my site. I love promoting my site because I spent a lot of time on it, and it's kind of satisfying to see things work. So we'll just do Visible, and I really just want the annual version. So let's uncheck this. Did it work? Oh, baby, it worked. That's right. So annual version, your parents can grab Visible Base at roughly, hang on, let's do this, tax and fees, perfect. $22.92 a month. Again, this is the annual pricing. Visible Plus, $31.25. That's actually really, really good. And then Visible Plus Pro comes up to $37.50. So I would hop on Visible Plus Annual. If they're looking to upgrade and get a great deal, that's probably your best bet. Or switch off of Visible, wait for 90 days or whatever, and then switch back. Yeah, sometimes you got to diss the cord. You got to do what you got to do. I'm a deal seeker in sheep's clothing. I like it, Steve. We are part of the herd. I am the herd. Peter is saying, I'm liking the 9A. Pixel 9A, that is. My brother got the better value plan from T-Mobile, having premium data, 250 gigs of hotspot, T-Satellite, Netflix, and 4K streaming, in-flight Wi-Fi, $155 for 3 lines. Yeah, it's a good deal. An annual. Guess I didn't think about that too much for my parents. Base for 23. I mean, once the promo's up, that's maybe a few bucks cheaper. Yeah. At this point, it's only a couple bucks. Probably not the end of the world. Sometimes just being month to month is easier, and that's good. If you're spending more than $25 a month on a plan, is there any non-unlimited plan you would actually recommend? Wow, Trevor. This is a great question. This is Trevor, by the way, really the creator of the legendary coverage map. So if you're checking coverage and you're using this tool, you're using the website, using the incredible map, you guys got to thank Trevor because he really made this happen, architected the whole thing, made all the squares. Absolutely brilliant. Now, Trevor, to answer your question, oh man, this is like We're going to be wading through some slop here is what that sounds like. All right, reset. Price point. Where is price? Price, $25. See, the moment you hit $25, you got US Mobile Unlimited Starter, you got Visible Base, truly unlimited plans. So is there a non-unlimited plan that I would recommend? Well, first of all, we got to cap these lines at one line. And we got to take a look at the options. Metro's unlimited. Oh yeah, let's go with AT&T prepaid. And not going to do that. Astound Mobile, $20 for 3 gigs. Forget that. Ting Unlimited, this one's actually really good, but is truly unlimited. Cricket Unlimited, okay, I'm seeing a lot of unlimited plans. Okay, this is like so frustrating. Yet again, it's US Mobile. I do really like the US Mobile Unlimited Starter Lightspeed plan for $25. Technically, you can get unlimited on Metro, right? But the deal breaker for me personally is the no hotspot. So for the same $25, I'd much rather go with US Mobile, $25, 70 gigs high speed. Again, plenty. I only used maybe 10 gigs. So this is 7 times more than I need. I'm getting my hotspot and I can stream videos in 4K quality. That's super nice. Unlimited Starter Warp, the plan I'm currently on. You could argue Visible's better than this and you'd probably be right. But maybe not a bad plan. Tello actually did announce a really interesting rollover policy where you can like roll over up to 100 gigs, I think, on their unlimited plan, which is pretty crazy. I would hesitate to recommend this one though. On the T-Mobile network, I would go with US Mobile instead. So US Mobile Unlimited Starter. We've got Boost. At one point in time, I would have recommended Boost when it was on the Boost network and it was kind of cool, but now it's just like, what are we doing? Unreal Mobile. I'm not recommending that one, that's for sure. Simple Mobile, H2O Wireless, T-Mobile Connect. Maybe T-Mobile Connect because you get priority data, but it's only 8 gigs, so that's even tough to recommend. Yeah, that was slop. These are all slop. I need to like go through these faster. I feel like any non-unlimited plan. The only other one I'm thinking of right now is, let's actually clear the price filter and just Google Fi. This is the only other one I'm thinking of. Google Fly. Could you imagine? Google Fi Unlimited Essentials. That one's also tough for me to recommend, but you do get that smartwatch included. 30 gigs of priority is not bad on T-Mobile. I would almost say the Google Fi Unlimited Standard plan, technically not a true unlimited plan, but will effectively feel like a true unlimited plan for most people because they're not going to hit 50 gigs. 50 gigs of priority, so that's really nice. 25 gigs of hotspots, also super nice. And the smartwatch line. I don't think it works for Apple Watch, so kind of a letdown there, but not necessarily horrible. Not necessarily horrible. I think that's it. US Mobile, Unlimited Starter, and Google Fi, I think are the only ones that are checking my boxes. Let me do like, I don't know, is there like a weird $40 or $45 plan that I'm forgetting? The problem is like once you hit that, you're basically in like true unlimited territory no matter who you go with. Or you're like AT&T prepaid essentials, $40 for 30 gigs at 3 megabits per second and then 1.5 megabits per second. AT&T, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God. Yeah, that's it. Everything else is horrible. I don't know what we're doing. Ridiculous. Yeah. Ew, it's right. Oh, man. My favorite, have you guys heard of this? Oops, wrong window active. Let's get another tab going. Also, back to the tab question, I think I now have more tabs than phones. There's a carrier called GoSmart Mobile. I think somehow contractually obligated to stay in service. They cap data speeds on all of their plans at 600 kilobits per second max. $15 for 2.25 gigs. $25 for 3 gigs at 600 100 kilobits per second. $30 for 7 gigs with autopay, $35 without. $45 for 22 gigs. Oh my God. And then $55 for completely unlimited, but at 3G speeds. Horrible. Horrible. We also have to talk about AT&T's new prepaid plans, I feel like. I am in the process of adding these to the site, and they're not on the site because the sync broke between the Airtable spreadsheet and the website, so I need to fix that. However, am I on the plans page? No. Plans. Where does it say plans? Phones, plans. All right, price tag icon. Got it. They have some new plans. They still have the 16 gigs of fast data before unlimited at 1.5 with 10 gigs of hotspot. That's an annual plan. That's available. They have their... What are we doing, AT&T? They have their unlimited plan, $25 a month, 30 gigs at 3 megabits per second, and then slowed to 1.5 megabits per second. Unlimited saver. Wait, hang on. What's the difference between these two plans? Guys, am I missing something? Oh, this one's online only. So unlimited saver is the same as this, but $10 extra and only available in store. So if you go to a store, you're just spending more guaranteed. More great plans. AT&T, these are not great. Like, this is not more great. These better be the actual great plans. Thankfully, there are. They're okay. Unlimited Enhanced Plus replaces the outgoing AT&T prepaid Unlimited Max. Price drop $10 from $55 to $45. Deprioritized now. 10 gigs of hotspot, 25 gigs in Canada and Mexico, SD video streaming. It's okay. AT&T prepaid Unlimited Ultra. I think this is the first plan to use the Ultra term in it. So it'd probably go well with like an Apple Watch Ultra or something like that. Anyway, this plan is $5 cheaper than the outgoing AT&T prepaid Unlimited Max Plus plan. I want to know who greenlit that plan name. Max Plus? Are you kidding me? Anyway, this does come with truly unlimited high-speed priority data. AT&T Level Up, 30 gigs of hotspot, 100 gigs of personal cloud. I encourage you not to use the personal cloud. This is really a retention strategy because the moment you have data in the cloud, you're stuck. Like, there's no way you're leaving. Like, you can't leave. Your important documents are in the cloud. So don't do that. And 100 gigs is like, for me, that's not usable. International calling, I also think got handicapped. I believe it was unlimited before. It might have been 500 minutes before, but to 30 countries, 25 gigs of roaming, and thank goodness HD streaming is available. And I believe that means full 4K streaming. So those are the new plans. We have 3 plans that are candidly not good. And then we have 2 plans that are okay, but not worth it. So there you go. Unlimited Ultra is for sure QCI 8 on AT&T. Yeah. HD streaming available with an SD logo next to it. I think they do this because, one, they probably don't have an HD icon. And B, it says HD streaming available. So I think by default, the plan streams in SD quality. And you actually have to go into your online account and toggle on the HD streaming. So, yeah. Potato is saying, or excuse me, Potat0 is saying, true, I'm stuck on T-Mobile because of their unlimited Google Photos for $15. It's time. It's time to move on. It sounds like an Apple name if they offered cell plans. Oh, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Is Verizon the best cellular network, and what is the best plan for me? At everything SCAG, really depends on where you live, what your needs are, if you have a tablet line, phone line, how many lines you have, period, how much data you need. I think broadly speaking, AT&T generally tends to be the best for more people, but I think we got to say that AT&T also gets a poor reputation on this live stream because they're they're not good where I live. And it's funny seeing the chats of people like, yeah, it's not great here either. It's probably a video. Yeah, it is. Mussie's absolutely correct. So the speed cap will be 1.5 by default, and then you have to toggle on 4K, and then it'll be 4K. Streaming services, I would like a smartwatch included. If you want a smartwatch included, I think your best bet right now, we'll keep it easy. Visible Plus Pro. Do the monthly, $40 a month with code 5OFF5. This comes with a smartwatch line included. Where is that note? Someone find it. Where is it? There it is. Nope. Smartwatch service included. See, it needs a little watch icon. Man, so much satisfaction here. What are we looking at? Reset, one line, Visible Plus Pro. Oh my gosh, so much better. Yeah, unlimited priority, unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second, 4K video streaming, smartwatch included for free. That's what I needed. Absolutely beautiful. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. US Mobile's another great pick if you're like, yo, I actually don't need all this stuff that Visible Plus Pro comes with. The move, I think, would be to hit up US Mobile. If you're willing to pay annual, definitely hop on that unlimited starter plan, take advantage of that promotion. And you know what? Forget that. Hop on the unlimited premium plan, take advantage of that promotion. And this will also come with a free smartwatch line on Warp. If you're like, I don't need that, or you want to pay monthly or whatever, you can grab the starter plan for $25 and then just grab a smartwatch line for monthly. I think it's $10, $9.50 a month. Yeah, $9.50 a month. So I hope that is helpful. Yeah, Steve G. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say it's shady, but it makes sense. Like, the network is a shared resource. And if everyone has 4K streaming on by default, A, they're not going to notice the difference between 4K and 480p most of the time anyway. B, it really hogs the network because streaming video is the most data intensive task. C, everyone's streaming video now. You guys are all streaming video right now. Instagram, TikTok, that's what we do. They do not need to be in 4K quality. So yeah, it's there for the people who need it, and the people who don't need it, they don't care and they don't need it and they don't notice. So it kind of solves itself. And then there's more bandwidth available for the people who do need it. So that's what I would say. Oh man, AT&T gets the reputation they've earned. That's right. I'm not part of the AT&T sheep flock. I think I'm in the T-Mobile Verizon sheep flock. But people are flocking out of Verizon, I'll say that. Tommy, wait, I'm streaming this? I thought it just lived on my computer. That's right. I have taken to pre-recording these, individually shipping out, you remember these, USB thumb drives to all my subscribers, and you actually have to pop it into your computer and hit play on the video every Monday, and that's how it works. And I just have to pre-anticipate what the questions are. No, I bake in the Stetson GPT into the video, and then you can chat with me on the live stream. All the other comments are just bots. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Musty, great question. Throwing Verizon under the bus. I think they kind of deserve this. I'm upset about this. I love the folks at Verizon, but this is just like, they have some stuff going on. All right, I need not to read my Twitter feed. I need to go to me. I tweeted this out. Let me find the tweet. Bam, here it is. Here it is. This is where things get spicy. Algo picante. So, saw a Reddit post. Here's the Reddit post. Reddit post was based on an ARS Technica article. Here's the article. And basically, Verizon updated their device unlocking policy. If you're new here, Verizon has been, I would say, fighting against, but really working with the FCC to change their unlocking policy. Before, Verizon phones auto-unlocked after 60 days because Verizon purchased a frequency of spectrum that had that as a stipulation. So Verizon knew what they were getting. They chose to get it. They got it. They did it. And then however many years later, they're like, whoa, 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 this is unfair. We need to change. They argued it was fraud. I don't feel like I know enough to really comment on that, but in my mind, that seems silly. Like, If phones are being stolen, couldn't you just blacklist them? Like, what are we doing here? How is device locking really going to solve that? Either way, Verizon updated its unlocking policy on its prepaid brands from, what was it? From 60 days, that's what it was before, to 365 days. So a full year, 1 year on Verizon's prepaid brands. This means if you pay for a phone at full price up front from Total Wireless, TracFone, Visible, any of those brands, it'll be locked to that carrier for 1 year. Verizon also updated its postpaid device unlocking policy, where instead of unlocking automatically after 60 days, those devices are now locked for 3 years, the duration of the financing agreement until that phone is paid off in full. What's worse is this, and Mussy, this comes back to your question. Verizon has implemented a policy where even if you have your phone for 2 years and you go and you pay it off, if you pay it off online or in the My Verizon app, which in my opinion are the two most common ways to pay off your phone, or if you use a Verizon gift card, the unlocking process will be delayed by 35 days. That is basically 2 extra months of service that you have to pay for, because Verizon, like, it'll be the middle of the month when you do this. 35 days will go by. Then your phone will be eligible to unlock. You're already in the next month of service. Verizon doesn't prorate your service. This is just diabolical. And this is when you pay off the phone and own it outright. Okay? For context, no other carrier does this. No other carrier does this. T-Mobile and AT&T, yeah, they do have device unlocking policies. And I'll show you, they do have a day stipulation, but it's different. So, here we go. T-Mobile, unlock eligibility for mobile devices on postpaid plans. The device must have been active on the T-Mobile network for at least 40 days on the requesting line. This is different. This means you buy the device, you activate it on T-Mobile. If you pay it off within 40 days, you have to wait until the end of the 40 days, okay? But this also means that, let's say you pay your phone off on day 38, you don't have to wait an additional 40 days. You just have to wait until 2 extra days, until like 39, 40, and then you're on day 40 and the phone will be unlocked. And most people buy the phone, they use it on the network, right? That, like, where else are they going to use a locked phone? And so the 40 days will fly by. What Verizon is doing is totally different. They're saying, all right, you can be a Verizon customer. You can activate your phone on the Verizon network, use it on the Verizon network for 2.5 years, and then decide to pay off your phone. And once it's paid off in full, instead of unlocking it immediately, which is what T-Mobile or AT&T would do in that situation, Verizon is forcing you to wait an extra 35 days. I'm not happy about that. Now, if this was just for a gift card, because it says for a Verizon gift card, then I'd be more okay. I think that's okay, whatever. Maybe Verizon has a lot of gift card fraud. I don't know how this would, like, this seems like they have a fraud problem. But they're saying this window allows for the verification of the gift card funds to ensure they were not obtained through fraudulent or illegal means. Fine, that's totally valid. But to include the My Verizon app or the balance online, just using your credit card on the Verizon website, that is ludicrous to me. That is ludicrous. I do not think that's right. I hope Verizon considers adjusting this policy to reflect that if you pay off online or in the app. Yeah, I really hope that changes. So now the only way to get your phone unlocked immediately is to somehow go to a Verizon store and I guess have them process the payment. Like, what are we doing, Verizon? What are we doing? And then you can see that prepaid device unlock policy is now 365 days. So that's my rant. That's my rant and my ramble. Verizon doesn't accept gift cards as a form of payment directly towards devices. Then why do they even bother writing this? Like, is used to purchase a smartphone or pay off remaining balance. Like, if they don't accept gift cards as payment. So first of all, what is the gift card only for service? Why would they even have this? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Shane Fish, what coverage is better, Verizon or T-Mobile? It's going to depend on the network. It's going to depend on the network. That's not true. It's going to depend on where you live. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Also, I need to hang on. My computer will shut me out very soon here. So product. I need to prevent that from happening. Or if you see me leave, it's just going to get weird. I'm like hacking into my own computer right now. Actually, it's using cold turkey. All right, boom, unlock, save, turn this off. Wait, save, perfect. All right, now the computer will not shut off. We're good, we're good. You can't get tired, you're an AI recording on my computer. Boom. That's right. That's right. Until then, I'm a computer. No, I'm a human. Ah. Yeah. Well, we might have to. Yeah, just a video file on the USB drive. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's a good video, vertical and horizontal. US Mobile's the way to go. I really like that. But online, yeah, Curtis, I'm with you. I am so with you. I left AT&T when they chose select phones for 3 years. It's ridiculous. I think my hypothesis is that carriers could sell all their phones unlocked and it would have zero impact on their business. That's my hypothesis. Let's think about it. Like what's going to happen? Like people still need eligible service plans to get the promos that they're getting. Like worst case scenario, more people can sign up for your service. I don't know. That boggles my mind. Yeah. Steve, you've still got lots more model training to do. Yeah, you're right. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You're working on it. JV Mez, absolutely. 33071. I feel like we were in 33, right? Coveragemap.com. 33071. You guys probably want to look at this, right? Or do you just want me to announce it? Describe what I'm saying? I'm kidding. Florida. All right. Florida's the 300s. Yeah, this is going to be T-Mobile, Verizon right off the rip. T-Mobile, I mean, 100% coverage. T-Mobile fast speeds, Verizon fast speeds, AT&T slow speeds. That is such a theme on this one. I feel like every zip code I enter, that is the commonality. Checking the breakdown. Yep, it rocks. Checking the speeds. Oof, Verizon has the better up. I might actually lean a little bit more towards Verizon here. Yeah, Verizon. T-Mobile's got the reliability, though, so I don't know. Yeah. Can't go wrong. Easy picks, visible. Or if you want to save even more money, Mint Mobile with their plans, shop plans, $15 a month. This one, so good. So good. JV, yeah, I have AT&T right now, and it is poop emoji times 4. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me in the least. All right. Boom. I bought the year Mint for 180. Thank you. I hope it was helpful. Carriers lock phones so they can sell more secondary phone numbers. No, Tommy, I genuinely don't understand this. Like, is Verizon selling a secondary Verizon number? Is that what they're doing? Versus like, oh, I have my primary Verizon service and I'm going to like AT&T for my secondary number. I think it would just swap. Like, it would be mutual cross-pollination. AT&T subscribers want Verizon lines. Verizon subscribers want AT&T lines. T-Mobile subscribers want one of the other two. No, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shane, we got you. We got you. Coverage. This is also a free website, you guys. You can check it out. Coverage search. Where are we going? 4564. Oh, I feel like we're coming back up. What is this going to be? I need a map of the U.S. Tennessee. 45640. Ohio. I was in the right direction. Pretty off, but in the right direction. Oh, this is easily T-Mobile all day, every day. I mean, look, coverage outside the city could be, whoa. AT&T might actually be okay here, you guys. So T-Mobile, worst coverage, 86%, but fastest data speeds. High indication that service in the city is excellent. Outside the city, maybe the coverage dwindles a little bit. AT&T 100% coverage, Verizon 98.1. If there's anything to conclude here, don't get Verizon. AT&T could be a close second, 74.4 megabits per second down. Pretty good reliability scores. If we take a look at the coverage breakdown here, yeah, honestly, T-Mobile or AT&T are going to be fine. Upload speeds, T-Mobile. I would do T-Mobile for the speeds probably. So that's what I would say. And of course, you can check it out on the map. It's so good. 45640. I got to memorize my zip codes, you guys. I have not memorized that. Could you imagine an AI that just, boom, knew every zip code? Yeah, T-Mobile looks really fast. AT&T. Honestly, AT&T will be really fast as well. Verizon apparently wasn't so good. Verizon will probably also be fine, but yeah, I would say T-Mobile. This is T-Mobile. You can see maybe less of a spread of coverage there. Let's do AT&T. How does it compare? AT&T, yeah. AT&T is basically just saying, yeah, we're on very similar towers, and we think our towers will propagate farther. I think that's what they're saying, yeah. And then Verizon is like, yeah, we cover everywhere. So, but speeds are slow. I would do T-Mobile for the fast speeds. That's my take. When you're out and about testing, do you wear a long trench coat that has 30 clear phone pockets inside when you open the flaps? Oh, Steve, you've seen me out. That's great, dude. Next time, just come and say hi. Tommy's like, get your questions in before Stetson can say goodnight. Also, like the stream. Yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting the like button. It's not every day I get to talk to you guys for 3 hours almost about cell phone plans, and I love it. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Oh, this is about the policy again. If you purchased your Verizon phone before that policy went in place, you're good. Your phone will auto unlock after 60 days. Any new purchases made basically today onwards, they'll be subject to that 35-day policy. If you want an unlocked phone, buy it straight from Apple, straight from Google, or straight from Samsung. Stetson, I got to admit, the iPhone video is way better than Samsung, and I'm a Samsung fanboy. I got the iPhone 17 also, yeah. Apple, I think, does a fantastic job with video. Samsung does a good job, but iPhone can be excellent. Can be quite excellent. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it locks customers out of being unfaithful to them. Diabolical. Yeah. Don't buy phones full price from carriers. You pay an activation fee for nothing. Actually, Tommy, I am on my friend's Verizon account, and I got one of the new iPhones. I went to do an eSIM transfer online myself from one of the older phones I had to one of the newer iPhones. And I don't know if it was a glitch in the system, but it tried to charge me a $35 activation fee just for swapping my eSIM to both phones I had paid outright for from Apple. Outrageous. I was like, heck no. Hit the brakes on that. Canceled the eSIM transfer. And yeah, that was ridiculous. Sometimes they're ridiculous. Reed, Stetson, my wife absolutely needs her Apple Watch to have cellular connectivity. She has been with US Mobile Warp for almost a year. Where can she get a good price with a new carrier? Man, I guess I respect it. I don't know her circumstances. It's not here for me to judge or find out. I will judge a little bit. I think it's ridiculous. But my main goal is to help people out, so I'll help you out. Reed, basically your options are, well, just use my website. Is the website working? Let's find out. Reset the filter. One line. Most important feature, add a smartwatch line. What do we got? So US Mobile is going to be great on Verizon. Visible will also support it. They're going to be a great option. Metro. I think Metro is going to be your best bet. For whatever reason, it sounds like Verizon isn't good because US Mobile is on Warp and that's Verizon. But Metro is going to be your next best bet. If you can swing the 6-month, bring your own device, 20, or what is that? 6 times 20, $120 up front. That'll be awesome. If you want to pay monthly, then that's also good. Cricket will also allow you to add a smartwatch as well. So I'd do Metro, bring your own device, or I would do Cricket, bring your own device, depending on what network you want. And candidly, I think those are, or maybe Spectrum, if you have Spectrum internet. Those are probably going to be your best options, particularly for Apple Watch. So there you go. Simple as that. Simple as that. Cricket isn't good. Is it good now? Well, Cricket is one of the most affordable options that has AT&T coverage and supports Apple Watch. Elizabeth, this is actually, we're going to solve this problem for you right now here on stream. Elizabeth says, when I try to buy a financed iPhone from Apple, it says it can't verify my T-Mobile account and I have to buy full price or go through T-Mobile and get a locked iPhone, which is what I chose. Oh no, you chose to do that? Oh no. Well, your problem is, I guess, already solved. But for those of you watching and curious, you can finance an unlocked iPhone from Apple. You do need the Apple Card or to get the Pro model or the Air, but I'll just quickly run through this. We'll do a speed run. You're buying the iPhone 17. We'll do the iPhone 17 Pro, the correct size. We'll do silver, the correct color. We'll do 256, no trade-in. Here's where you're going to select finance. And if you have the Apple Card, do that, or just do the Apple iPhone payments if you don't. No trade-in required. And choose your carrier. T-Mobile will be unlocked. And there you go. Boom. You should be able to continue. I don't think you need to enter your T-Mobile. Here, continue. Not going to be entering that. Cancel. Cancel. Gee whiz. Continue as guest. Yeah, done. You don't have to enter anything. You just financed an iPhone from Apple. You're good to go. So hope that's helpful. S Quadrant, hey Stetson, I have an iPhone 11 Pro on AT&T and apparently can get an iPhone Air for free and I can stay with unlimited more. Is the iPhone Air a good deal? I like the iPhone Air. Super thin, super sexy. Misses all the cameras. I'm a big camera guy, so that's why I got the Pro. I love my cameras. However, you can probably save more money from US Mobile. Like, look, net cost of your plan right now with unlimited more. Wait, is that an AT&T plan? Do you mean unlimited extra? Anyway, either way, the cost of your plan right now is probably in the ballpark of $75 a month. And that's effectively the phone and the plan, right? $75 a month. What you could consider is, oops, wrong place. Look how many tabs I've opened now. US Mobile, plans, unlimited starter. If you need truly unlimited, do unlimited premium. If you're like, yo, I don't want to pay annually, no sweat, pay monthly. Unlimited premium, $35 a month, okay? You're paying $35 a month. You can then finance, what did we just do? We just financed the iPhone. Where's that tab? Boop. We'll actually go back a couple pages. And we're going to do finance. Look, $45.79 for 24 months. If you were to finance, you can trade in your existing iPhone 11 Pro, get a minor kickback or whatever. And your net cost is going to be 35 plus 45. That'll be 80. Well, that's actually a little bit more than what you're paying now, probably. But arguably a better plan. And then the phone is unlocked and you can use it whatever you want. And this is financed over 24 months instead of 36 months. So that is a difference. Otherwise, trying to think. Well, let me hang on. I want this argument to work in my favor. Let's go. The iPhone Air isn't going to be that much cheaper. Let's really cheat. Let's do an iPhone 17, arguably a better phone than an iPhone Air, and more importantly, cheaper, which will benefit my math. So if we do this, no trade-in. I mean, you would have a trade-in. So we'll even do that. We'll really put it in my favor. 11 Pro, $120, perfect. If it turns on, you're getting $120, pretty much. You'll finance this guy. We'll do Apple Card. T-Mobile, doesn't really matter. It'll be unlocked. No Apple Care. Perfect. $28.29 a month plus whatever US Mobile charges, which was $35, worst case scenario. 35 plus 28, $63. So it'd be cheaper. You get a better plan at a better price. And that was with the $35 US Mobile plan. If you were like, yo, I'm down to pay for a year, $15 a month, best case scenario. That'd be 15 plus 25, roughly, or 15 plus 28, excuse me, $43 a month. Round up, call it 44 a month. You're probably saving yourself $20 a month. Boom. I really don't care. Anyway, avoid the Air. Yeah. And for the base Verizon, enter 000, select zip code, and get it unlocked. Yeah, Nick's absolutely right. Ready for this? For the base iPhone? Oh, yeah. All you got to do, I think T-Mobile, you have to link your account. So do Verizon, do no Apple Care coverage, continue. You're going to enter your Verizon wireless number, which is 000000000. You're going to enter your billing zip code, and you're going to click continue. They're going to be like, oops, we can't proceed. Excuse me, we can proceed, but there's something you should know. And you're like, great, sounds great, continue. And then you can process your order. You're done. So that is how you do it. All right, you guys are amazing. I'm actually tired now and need to sleep. So I'm going to abruptly end the stream before anyone else can ask more questions, foiling Tommy's plan. Although, Tommy, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this live stream, please click the like button. I'm going to be feeding the transcript to AI very soon, and there will be timestamps if you want to rewatch or jump to a different section of the live stream afterwards. How can my flash drive go to sleep? You guys are incredible. 0002, where is that? That's like Maine? 00002? New York. There you go. T-Mobile. Maybe Verizon. Both are great. You can't go wrong. Anyway, we're going to call it there. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know where you were watching this. Live stream replay will be on YouTube, so check it out. I think this was theoretically on X and Instagram for the first hour, and then I got a notice that Instagram shut down, so I'll have to check that. Tommy, can you check coverage for 0003? Tommy, no, get out of here. Get out of here. You're too clever. Yeah, that'll be the 24-hour live stream is me just checking coverage in every zip code. Oh my God. You guys are wild. Let me know how you watched this, what you thought of it. Links to everything will be in the video description. And yeah, Back Market didn't sponsor this one, but I'll give them a shout out anyway because they're cool. If you're looking for a refurb phone, consider checking out Back Market. Again, free 30-day returns, 1-year warranty. Save a bunch of money on a refurbished phone. Which tends to be the most important part. And then you can get a super affordable plan and you're saving yourself $1 bajillion. And that's what I'm here for. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this live stream. I will see you all on the next live stream next Monday. All right. Bye.